Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back live with another live stream. We're here, man. Calling show. You know the score, man. We're here most Thursdays if I can. No Europa League football lately, so you know what I mean. There's a bit of time on our hands for us to talk and dissect all things Man United, man. It's been 1 year of INEOS. A lot of people have been talking today about INEOS. Are they good owners? Or should I say part owners? Are they good people? Are they good businessmen? Who are they? And also, are Man United low-key done, man? I want to ask that question. You know what I'm saying? Are we done at this level? Because I don't know, man. Are we going to compete again? You know what I'm saying to you? Are we going to compete again? Are we ever going to get back to the top? Is it a case of, you know, football works in cycles and we just have to wait, you know what I mean, and see what go on? What is it, man? What is it? I want to know. I want to talk. Like I said to you, man, please, United fans only. I know I don't do other calling shows about Premier League clubs, but, you know, because I do it once a week, I want it to be my United fans only. So if you do come on and I politely tell you to leave, I'm saying it politely and respectfully. But obviously, you have the choice to not come on. Again, respectfully. So, yeah, man. Make sure you do call in, United fans. It is first come, first serve. I will put the link in the chat right now for you lot to have your say. And yeah, man, just let's chat. Next couple of hours, Big Six is at 9 o'clock. So I aim to finish before then. And yeah, man, Manny, get involved, Manny, man. Manny, it's been a minute, man. Call in, bro. Call in, man. It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying to you. But yeah, if link is here, I'm gonna pin it now. And yeah, man, come have your say. Already 350 people here. We haven't got 100 likes yet. Mod, please get on to the people to hit the like button. That'll be amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these likes up. And yeah, man, let's discuss all things football, man. Let's discuss all things football, man. You know what I'm saying to you? What's commented here? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Listen, we're just here, man. We're trying to discuss football. We're trying to discuss here. Dissing your subscribers. I'm out. It's not even about dissing the subscribers, you know. I'm just making people aware, man. Like, this is my United calling show. That's all it is, bro. You know what I mean? Big up to Andy, man. Big up to Andy. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Big up to Andy. You know what I'm saying to you? And make sure you have your cameras on as well. Make sure your cameras are on. Make sure your cameras are on. If your cameras are not on, then yeah, we can't get you in, I'm afraid. You know what I'm saying to you? Let's bring on the first caller. It's Shams. Shams, are you there? Shams, are you there, bro?
Yeah, bro, can you hear me?
Yeah, just twist the camera so it's landscape if you can.
Is that okay?
No, if you go on your phone, go into the lock screen and then just twist it if you can. Press the lock screen off. Yeah, there we go, bro.
Okay. Wait, assalamu alaikum, you good?
Excellent. How are you, bro? You good?
Long time no see, man. Long time no see.
Yeah, man, not too bad, man. I can't complain, man. We're just here, man. What are you saying, bro? What are you saying?
Well, like, bro, we're in a mess right now, man. Remember, you know when I used to come to Old Trafford like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Bro, I've not been since, you know. Well, I've not been since.
You've not been since?
Bro, I've not been since February 2023. I remember my last game, you know, the game where Casemiro got sent off for choking.
Oh, yeah. Crystal Palace player.
Wait, bro, let me know can you still hear me if I put it down? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's calm. Yeah.
Bro, well, yeah, that was my last game, innit? So I've not been since, but bro, I've been so real with you. The last year, I'd say a year and a half, I've been so disinterested in Man United, bro. I barely watch the games. I'll be real.
Nah, it's got that bad.
Well, bro, you know me, innit? I think I told you, but I live in Leicester, bro. It got to the point where I started watching Leicester games in person instead of Man United games.
And Leicester ain't that even that great as well. That's the honest thing about it. Leicester not even that great.
Word, bro, I literally all I do now, I get my news from you, man, like you, Rant, Northern. I don't. Back in the day, like first season Ten Hag, and before that, I used to be on Twitter. I used to always be Man United mad. But now I'm just so disenfranchised. I'm so disillusioned. So, bro, well, I think we're finished. We're cooked.
Mm.
I think
You
we're
know,
cooked.
you got 1 year of INEOS as well. You know what I'm saying too? That's the maddest thing about it. Like 1 year of INEOS. Do you feel like they've changed much? Like, or do you feel like they're just kind of mounting more problems that's not been needed to kind of be made? Like, or do you think it's just been because it's INEOS, it's gonna get magnified either way? You know what I'm saying to you? And whatever they do, it's gonna get, it's gonna get criticized. You feel me?
Now, to be fair, I hear that last bit, but I'll be real. I don't think they've done much. I think they've tried to make it look like they're doing stuff, but they just seem clueless. Like everything from the signings, the structure, the fact that they didn't sack Ten Hag. They gave him an extra like an extension. They gave Bruno a wage rise. All of these things put together, bro. I just think these men we're in a mess. And the thing is now, bro, obviously you've got these teams coming up now like Villa, Newcastle, even Forest, Bournemouth, Brighton. These men are also passing us. So that dominance.
That's what hurts me the most as well. It's that these teams, that we never associate ourselves with, like getting beat by, they're now better than us, bro. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing right now. It's like we can't be looking at us and thinking, yo, we're the go-to team now, like in terms of talent. Bro, these teams, I think the gap's getting narrower and narrower, bro. I don't think we're that kind of far, you know what I mean, or we're better than what these teams are, bro, on a footballing level. We're not. We're not, bro.
We're not. Bro, I was watching, was it Aston Villa that played last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. They are a model football club on and off the pitch. They're owners. They've got intent. Not only have they got money, but they've clearly put people in the right places to spend the money, right? They've got a manager who's proven one of the best managers in the world, I think.
Yeah.
And then they got players. They've got a squad of riches. But I remember, obviously, Yuri Tielemans when he was at Leicester. I remember when he was linked to Man United, and United fans were saying, "Nah, don't get him. He can't track back. He's not."
I was one of them. I can't lie to you. I was one of them. I was like, you know what? I was a bit his mobility in the middle of the park. I was a bit, but I thought technically he was amazing. But his mobility was like a bit.
But now he's working, bro. They got Onana, another one midfield. He's balling. Morgan Rogers, bro, on and off the pitch, their levels above. They're like a model, and we're the complete opposite. We're just there, bro. We're so quick. And then I just wanted to briefly touch on Amorim a minute, bro. I really want this guy to succeed. I've been rooting for a minute. I think you're the same, but he's not giving me anything to root for.
Nothing. You know what it is, though? I think he's almost like creating his own problems, innit? And that's the problem right now. It's like he needs to kind of simplify what he's trying to put across, what he's trying to do, and just make us like, you know what I mean? I think he's making us worse. And again, I'm not putting it all down to him. You know what I mean? There's a lot, but he's actually making us worse. The stats are showing it. The results are showing it. Like, but I don't see it improving. I think this weekend, a lot of fans could be like, yo, I'm done with this manager now. If he loses against Everton. You know what I mean? I think
away,
Everton away, bro. 12:30. Oh, we're done. We're done.
Wait, no,
the Mate. That's it, bro. That's it, man. But the thing is, for you though, if I was to give you a time scale, give everyone a time scale where you think Man United could be back to competing for the major honors. Give me a time scale.
Okay, so what best case scenario? Yeah, assuming that everything goes well. Like we get rid of the players that we need to. We sign correct players. Amorim boxes the ideas up. I'd say like 2 years.
2 years.
Until we can, because you know what? The thing is, that's
2 years, man. 2 years is the last time you came to Old Trafford.
That's true. No, I know that's true. But
2 years. Are you sure? 2 years.
I'm sure. That the thing is, bro. As much as we're cooked, I don't think the barriers to entry in the Premier League are as bad as they used to be. Like Forest were what? Low.
Yeah, they were there, but they don't really have no toxicity behind them. That's the thing, though. They don't really have like that feeling of like it's not like a pressure. Like no one expected them to do that. So it's like you get pleasantly surprised. With Man United, we rarely do this thing where we go from here to here straight away. Like,
I heard it. No, that's
you
true.
know what I mean. So,
but if I'm assuming best case scenario, because I don't think the league's that strong. You've seen City drop off, Arsenal kind of dropped off as well. Liverpool are still very, very
yeah.
Chelsea they've improved, but they've kind of been a bit poor recently. The top 4/top 6 isn't that good, even though we're very, very bad. what gives me hope is that the top teams right now in the league, they're not amazing. They can be caught basically with some good structure, some good moves in the transfer market. We can catch them, but yeah, I think we're still cooked, man.
Bro, that's what we're waiting for, man. But listen, man, Shams, man, love as always, man. We'll catch up again. Love, bro. Love. Big up to you, Shams, man. Big up to Shams there. First caller in for the night. Like I said, if you want to call in, United fans, 5 minutes. Make sure you got your camera on. Your camera must be on. If your camera's not on, then obviously we can't let you call in. It's simple as that. And yeah, man, let's get DJ Paul. DJ Paul, how are you, man? Can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you.
Yeah, what are you saying, bro? Just watch your thumb. Your thumb.
Yeah,
there we go.
Listen, I just want to say a few things. Listen, I think that the manager really only has, in my opinion, 2 more games. And I'm gonna be real. Like, yeah. Everton and what do you call it? 1 second. Yeah, so yeah, Everton and Ipswich. I think if we lose those 2 games, I think it's done. There's no way you could keep losing games, and there's no like everyone's just accepted, like, you know, we're just going to lose these games and we're just going to write off the season. For me, it's just not cool. So then there needs to be a point where, you know, fans need to really wake up. You feel me? So I don't know. It's a difficult one.
I think one game before everyone kind of turns, because it's just one of them where if you beat them, it's not as if, you know what I mean, like you go and be celebrating to the hills because it's Ipswich. But I think if you get beat by Everton, I think that's where everyone kind of loses their heads and be like, yo, what's this all about, man? Losing to David Moyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? So that's where it's like, yo, it's concerning, man. But
yeah, no,
I don't know,
honestly, listen, it's going to be very, very difficult. And for me, the summer, I'm looking at the summer right now, like, you know, we're 15th. That means there are 14 other teams in the league that are better than us at the moment. So it really impacts on our transfers. And it's like, why would I, like, if you're a player, why would you want to come to United over Forest, over Bournemouth at this point? Like, you know, cool, they don't have the prestige and whatnot, but, you know, they're in a much better shape than we are. So honestly, I don't know. I just feel like, honestly, this manager really needs to start coaching, or he's really going to be out of a job. And all these people who are like, you know, we can't keep sacking other managers. People need to be real. You know, I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I thought it was going to be win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, and we probably would be around like 10th. But, you know, we're like 15th. We lose on Saturday, we could be 16th. If West Ham beat Arsenal, which is maybe unlikely, but still, like, this is not really where we should be. So, yeah, I don't know. In terms of rebuild and, you know, where we're going to get back to the top, or how long it would take to get back to the top. If we're lucky, probably 5 years. If not, then it's probably going to take another 30 years like Liverpool, or 40, 50 years. So, yeah.
You know what's mad when you say that? Yeah, it's like, bro, like, yeah, boy, man. I'll be real with you, man. Like, it's cycles, isn't it? Football comes in cycles, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, we could have our Liverpool cycle. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, we could. The thing is with Liverpool, they competed though in this time, bro. Like,
they compete. Yeah, when compete, and that's the thing. Sorry, my fault. I think my internet's blacking out, but that's the thing. We're not competing at all. Like, you know, it's just one season 8th, one season 15th. God knows what's going to happen next season. So it's not great at all. It's really not great. And I just really worry, you know, in terms of the players that we're going to bring in, you know, in the summer, you know, if we are going to bring in a lot of players like we did last summer. So there are a lot of questions really at this football club, and you know, some fans, you know, are really positive about the future. I'm not really one of them. I feel like there's a lot that needs to be done, and at this point, we'll see. But you know, if United keep being bad, I'll just keep going on loan to watch other leagues, man. So, because I get more joy now watching other leagues, because you know I can't just sit there and just kill myself with boredom while United just keep losing every time. You know, this is an entertainment sport. So, anyway, that's my
big up,
thing.
bro. Yeah, man, you in work? Yeah, big up, man. Love, man.
Yeah.
We'll catch up again, man. Love. Big up to Paul voicing his concerns about my United, man. Guys, keep calling in, my United fans. Pin link for the comments. And make sure you hit the like button, man. Let's get these likes up, people, man. I don't know what likes we're on right now. Mods, can you let me know what likes we're on right now? But please do hit the like button if you can. And let's bring in the next caller, Mohammed Abbas. You okay, bro?
Yes. How's it going, bro, man? You're
yeah,
good.
Not too bad, bro. How are you, man?
Bro, let me tell you, man. Frustrating. This guy, I'm telling you, he just, you know what? He's just absolutely peeing me off. Because look,
who was?
And the manager, man.
Oh, the manager. Okay.
Go on, you know what it is. You know it is real talk here. Any broken business you go into, the first strategy is to build confidence, to get the team going again. You know, build confidence, get everybody in your side, get a few wins, then slowly implement your changes. You can't just come to a club where they've been playing a back four all the way, and then all of a sudden you do a back three, and you're losing every game. But the way you're losing is ridiculous. Like there's nothing like there's no style of play. Like, absolutely not. It's worse than Ten Hag, I think.
But let me make devil's advocate. For you to bring change, though, you need to do changes. You need to,
change. I don't mind, but changes come slowly. You understand? You need to build confidence. You need to get some points on the board. We're 15th. That's embarrassing, man. Come on, bro. Like, we know football. I play football. You probably play football. I mean, I've been watching Man Utd since 1998, bro. Since I was a kid.
Yeah.
You understand? When any new manager comes in, you need some stability. Okay, come with your changes and be harsh on people, but implement it slowly. Not all of a sudden, and then you can't win any games. Now, if he goes back to a back four, and we start winning again, everyone's going to be on his back thinking, you're just a joker. The way he's going, I don't think he's going to survive.
Bro, I think obviously Everton game's going to be a tough game, man.
Look, sorry, let me ask you a question. Any top club at the moment, will they play a back three? Madrid, Barca,
a lot of teams,
Bayern Munich.
No, but the thing is, though, a lot of teams do build out from a back three. It's not that. I think it's the way you kind of implement your attacking style, though. Because
and
when
also,
everyone starts off as a back three. It's common. Yeah. Obviously, it's how you end it and how you then.
Yeah, but also his in-game tactics they're non-existent. He don't do any changes. He's just the same crap all the time. And you know what? Everyone's on Bruno's back, but Bruno's doing about 6 jobs.
I don't know, man. He was poor against
Tottenham. No, he's not beside he's poor, but get him to do one job and let's see what happens. Play the 10, that's it. Not do a CM, not go on the left-hand side, cover your man there, not come take the ball off the centre-backs. Just do your one job. You understand?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think for me, it's one of them where I look
we got Everton on the weekend, and I guarantee you we're going to lose that game. We're not going to win at Everton at 12:30. David Moyes will have them geezers up ready.
Yeah. You're right.
He'll have them ready. He'll have them up ready, and what is to be a difficult game. I mean, if we win it, I'll be amazed. But at this moment, I can't see us winning that game. It's like you're thinking these games we should be walking the park with these games, winning them for fun.
What about fans that say, well, you knew this was going to be difficult. Why can't you handle it? Why can't you ride the storm? Why can't you say, you know what?
Listen, I don't mind riding storms. I've ridden storms. Think about it. I've been there since Fergie days. I've ridden storm LVG, Moyes, but not this bad. We're 15th. This ain't a storm. This is liquidation, relegation zones.
But then again, if you go bring another manager in, do you think it changes that much? Well, can we look at the ownership? Look at INEOS so far. You know what I mean?
They've been very poor. They've been very poor. You know, all these people who are backing them, INEOS now, where are they now? Back them now. You know what I mean? I wanted Qatar to come in and take these geezers off. I mean, this INEOS, they've had issues at Nice. Barcelona rejected them. Chelsea rejected them. And we're going to take them. The only reason we've Glazers didn't deal with them, so everyone's off the Glazers back and they jump on INEOS' back. Since INEOS have taken over, nobody ever speaks about Glazers anymore. Everyone's like INEOS. No one mentions Glazers, and Glazers are.
That's what they do, though. That's what they're clever. They're clever. They're
clever. That's what I'm saying. They're pushing the blame, and what they're doing behind the scenes is ripping the club dry.
Yeah.
You understand? They're blaming everything on these guys.
So are you kind of like, is it beginning of the end for you for Amarin? You think you're
you know what? You know, since he's coming, he's not impressing me at all, man. I'm telling you, I've not seen anything.
Not even the big games, not even the Liverpool games.
But sorry, look, I'm a realist, and in them big games against Liverpool, City, they could have look at the chances they've had to put us to bury on bed.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't really big. Man City didn't really create anything.
No, the Liverpool game.
What chance is that? What the
McAllister? You know the 2-2 get the McAllister chance.
Yeah, but I think that was one of them where I don't think that was like a high quality chance. It was a good chance, don't get me wrong. But I think for me, them 3 games we showed something. But the manager said,
don't get me wrong. Working the 3 at the back is perfectly fine, but do a 3-5-2. You understand? Like what Conte did with Chelsea, you get me? 3-5-2. But this guy does it 3-4-2-1. You know what I mean? Look, Pep does a back 3. Do a back 3. I don't mind, but also have the attacking threat as well. Now, when you attack, if you look at our still shots against teams when we scored against Liverpool goal that Diallo scored, we only had one person in the box. They had 6 defenders. We don't attack in numbers. Every other team attacks in numbers. Brighton, Wolves, Palace, they'll have 6 people in the box, 5 people in the box. We'll have 1 or 2 people in the box, max. That comes from the manager, you understand?
Okay. Big up, man. Listen, we just ran out over the 5 minutes, but big up Mohammed, man. We'll call next week, yeah?
Listen, I'm going to call next week. We're going to come on again, man. I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, in the car park, yeah. Is that what you're trying to say? Big up, man. Love, man.
Yeah, respect, man.
Big up, man. Listen, it's crazy. Let's bring on Rich Take, man. Rich Take, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, not too bad, man. We're just having a chat, man. People are trying to call me out and say, yo, I'm going to come for you, and that's crazy.
Bro, hey, man, it's a tough time to be a United fan. I'm not going to lie. There's so many things happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know where to put my focus. The team is bad. Ownership is bad. Amarim is he's performing badly. So I don't know. I think one thing that people keep saying is that they don't like the system or they don't like the structure. I just think all systems work, you know, like all formations work. It's just about how you implement it. You said it in the last call, right?
Yeah.
It's just about how Amarim is playing that system. Obviously, the main thing is, I think the main concern is the midfield, isn't it? It's the space.
Yeah. Midfield, man. Yeah.
We don't have the actual profiles to handle that space. So, I mean, I don't actually know like how much the team can actually improve within this structure. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's all about waiting till the summer. As much as people don't like it,
people can't wait, man. There's another 13 games left, you know. Like 13,
yeah, I know. We need to win games. We need to win games, but at the same time, there's a trade-off in everything. You can win games, you can have incremental performances getting better and better each week, but unfortunately, we don't have the luxury of getting both at the same time. It's not going to work like that. So, I don't know. Like, we'll stay in the league, but I don't know how good it's going to get. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So,
do you believe deep down, like, you know, the manager's got what it takes to be a top manager here, or do you believe it's one of them where it's kind of a bit more hope? Because for me, it's like it's more kind of like hopeful he's going to turn it around. Like, we know what he's done at Sporting. But the problem is the Premier League is a different level, man. You know what I'm saying? Different level.
Listen, I look at it like this, right? All managers come from somewhere, innit? So you look at the likes of Iraola, you look at the likes of De Zerbi, they all plied their trade elsewhere. So to say that Amarim can't turn it around, I think it's too premature. All managers come from somewhere, right? And they arrive in the Premier League. The Premier League is where they make their name. Until you make it in the Premier League, no one's really taking you in like that. So it's a thing where you kind of need to give Amarim grace. I mean, this isn't the most ideal situation to come in. This is the first time a United manager has come midway through the season permanently, right? Like Ole was an interim.
Ole was an
interim. Ranić was an interim. This is the first time that a permanent manager has come in midway through the season. So there's no blueprint to follow. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So people don't actually know, do you implement your style immediately? Do you wait till the season's done? Because the season was already a wash when he arrived. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I do think.
Oh, do you reckon? Nah, that's a bit too early, though.
I do think that. Where were we?
It was literally. Well, I think we were 4 points behind something. I don't know, fourth. I think something like that, or six.
Okay,
it wasn't dead, but it was. You kind of like knew that like there was going to be a lot of change that needed to be done. I don't think it was over. You knew it was going to be a tough job, basically.
Okay, let me tell you why I think it was a wash. Let me ask you this: what was your expectations coming into the season?
Can't lie. I demanded that Ten Hag finish in third and win a trophy.
Okay, cool. Let's go based off that logic. When Ten Hag left and Amram came in, were those expectations still achievable with the position that we were in?
No, I said, for me, I said, you know what, go and get top 6 and Europa League.
Exactly. So you adjusted. Therefore,
yeah.
But
I adjusted, but I didn't say that the season was washed, though.
But the season isn't washed if you can't achieve your initial expectations. That's how.
But it's a fall. But the fall off is, you're talking, your fall off is crazy. You're saying it's washed, it's done, it don't matter. Versus mine from 3rd to 6th is getting Europa League football. It's still winning a trophy. It's still a respectable-ish season. It's not where you want to be, but for a manager that comes in straight away, for you to get 6, it's not a bad achievement. Again, I use the word achievement loosely, but it's not a bad kind of, you know what I mean, position to be in, knowing that you came in with not your players. You get what I'm trying to say?
I get what you mean. I will say this: it was always going to be difficult for Amram to come in because of the unique system and style that he plays.
Yeah.
How do you? It's a trade-off, as I said. How do you implement that immediately and start to win games when the squad isn't suited to that? So it's all about making the most of a bad situation. But as I said, I'm not to the extent like Brian, who believes in Amram to the walls fall off. But I'm gonna give him time because he's tried things. So let's see, man. Let's see,
man. Now, big up to you, man. Rich take, man. Love that coming on as always, man. Big up, man. Big up. Respect, man. Let's bring on YUFC. What are you saying, bro?
Salam alaikum, man.
Excellent, bro. How are you, man?
Bro,
How are you, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. Good, bro, man. I'm proud of you, Saeed, man. I'm proud of you. You always have my support, bro. You, Mina, Nurdin, all of you guys, man. Musa, all, man. Shout out to you guys. You guys doing
come on, bro.
Always, here, bro.
Man. Always, bro.
Bro,
always.
Man, you know I'm gonna catch you in the Big 6 tonight as well, bro. I stay watching that. Fidi, bro, I'm gonna use the phrase Amina says all the time. Wanodamata, bro. Bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I was in a crazy, I think Eric Ten Hag did a crazy black magic on me, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know how I supported that guy for that long. Well,
I remember.
The guy did a madness on me. I'm not gonna lie to you, but my eyes are really open right now, and I see things for the way they are, man. One of them, I just don't believe in INEOS. I just don't believe in them. Because if the ownership or the people that come in, that's trying to make change, if they don't have the ambition, if this all about making a money thing, bro, we're finished, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest, like I sent like a couple of super chats that said that Ruben Amorim was an inexperienced manager.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, like that's true. The guy is 40 years old. He's Portuguese. All of his experience is in the Portuguese league. His native language, native people, everything. That's where he played majority of his football. Bro, this is the Premier League.
I mean, Xabi Alonso wasn't inexperienced. He won the league.
But Xabi Alonso, what we're talking about, there's certain managers and players. If you've been there and done that, the Liverpool, the Real Madrid, or Bayern Munich, that's why I tell a lot of players, bro, go move around, go to other countries, go play other leagues, because you will learn. You will grow. And here's the thing, bro. I know what Amarin is. Amarin is a manager that he doesn't know what he's doing. He simply doesn't. He doesn't, like you bring in Dogu and then you play him as a right wing back, and when you brought him as a left wing back, and you realize that was a mistake, and you change it in the next game. You bring in Koven, you play him as a double pivot, figure out, you know what, that's not really working. You play him as a 10, it works. Then you play him the next game, you play him as a false 9. That's a manager that doesn't understand what he's doing, and he's trying to figure out, and he's learning on the job. That's what he's doing. And that's what we're seeing. Because we're seeing the guy straight up said to Anthony, kick rocks. When in his system, if there was and that's why I don't like the fact that we sacked Dan Ashworth, because you need someone there to tell him, listen, I know these players. I know the quality of these players. I know how you can use these players. Anthony would have been a brilliant wingback for him, but he chose not to. He chose to play without Delo, and Mazzarari would do the job that he wanted to do, and he's finding out it's not working out. And the thing is, he's making so much mistakes because why? Because he's inexperienced. So I sat down and thought about, like, bro, what the mess that United are in. I thought the better idea was to bring in an experienced manager.
Did you want that experienced manager at first, though? Be honest.
No, not at first, bro. Because hindsight is 2020. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because as United fans, I'm not like, we don't know what we want, because this club has given us. I'm not lying to you. It's not our fault, though. This club has given us a concussion, bro. They have done a madness on the fan base. They've done crazy things, and United fans, we don't know what we want, because we don't know what the club is trying to do. They're just doing whatever they want, and the things they're doing doesn't make any sense. You're bringing Amarim to a mess. You bring a young manager into a mess, and you expect him to have the experience to navigate this mess? What do you think is going to happen?
But then we've tried Van Gaal. We've tried Mourinho. We've tried all of these managers. Who do you go and get in next year that will change things? I don't.
Saeed, there's horses for courses. We are where we are. We're trash. We're garbage. We're horrible. And the first thing is to admit that, accept that as the ownership.
I agree.
Admit that, and be like, okay, we need to figure out how we can get ourselves out of this mess step by step. So people think that, oh, you're bringing a manager, he's going to be here for like 10 years, like Sir Alex Ferguson. No, you're bringing in an experienced manager to figure out this mess, to get you stable, and then you sack him, and then you get a better manager, and you keep doing that, and the club will elevate. But you're bringing a young manager to coach this. How is he going to coach like men like Mazzarari and Dele and Casemiro? Bro, these guys are way too old for them to be coached to play a system that they can't play. That's the truth. That's the honest truth. You can't do that. So you have to figure out, okay, we're in a mess now. We don't know what we're trying to do. We have an idea of a plan. We need to have a manager that can come in, that can manage the situation while we figure out what we want to do. Our old head that can manage to be like, okay, I'm going to do what is best for the club. I'm going to play the players in the best position, et cetera, and I'm going to get the best results I possibly can and get this club stable. Then later on, we could tell them to kick rocks, because this is football.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, bro, love, man. I appreciate you coming on, man, as always, man.
Absolutely, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm supporting you, man, all the way.
No,
you forever got my support, man.
I appreciate it, bro, man. Love, man. We'll catch up again, yeah? Big up, bro. Big up, man. Big up to you, my bro. Keep liking the video, people, man. Let's get these likes up if we can. You know what I'm saying? To keep calling in if you want to as well. The pin link is to call in, people. United fans only. Call in, pinned link. Big up to you, brother, man. How are you, bro?
Hello, Saeed. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, man.
Yeah, much love from Nairobi, Kenya.
Big up, man, Nairobi, man. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. Just calling in to talk about our guy, Ruben.
Yeah, Ruben and the club. It could be the club. It doesn't have to be all Ruben, guys. You know, you could talk about the INEOS, anything you want to talk about, really. Let's be honest. But Ruben is the talk of the town, though. You know what I mean? But how are you feeling about him, man?
Yeah, about Ruben, I really like the guy. I like the guy. He's a young manager, still learning. He's still adapting. But regarding his playing style, I still think that we are playing with too many defenders. That is one of the difficulties that we are having. 5 defenders, where you're getting that the fullbacks, which are the wing backs, they are just they're like the normal right back and left back. They're not like the right wing back or the left wing back. So that is one of the major problems I think we are having with Ruben. Another thing I think is that we should just be patient with him because he's still learning. So we should give him an opportunity this summer, and then we should give him his signings. Let him sign at least 4 to 5. And I want him to sign like experienced players because I see INEOS, the way they are moving. I don't like it. They're going to sign Heaven. They're signing Dogu. They're going for the cheap signings. We actually thought that we are going to get someone like Mendy, who is more experienced, but they went for the cheaper and the younger. I want us to sign more experienced players. People who will just come in. They don't need time to adapt. People will just come in because we don't have enough time to adapt. You can see that now Liverpool are going to win the league. So and you know, Saeed, when they win the league, you have to come to Nairobi. You said you'll be coming to Nairobi once they win the league.
Bro, man, I might have to, man. I think when does the season finish, man? You know what I mean? I think I might come, man. You know what I mean? Because boy, it's difficult, man. But you know, is it? Do you think he has time, the manager? Do you think you believe that he has time? Because obviously now he keep losing games. Is there for you like a limit on these amount of games he loses, or are you kind of like, you know what, looking forward to next season already now?
Yeah, I think we can afford him time. We can afford him time. Not that we should just let him lose games because we are United. We should not just be losing games and then we say, no, we need to give Ruben time. He needs to buy himself time. And also for us fans, we need to be patient with him. We need to give him time. Let him show us what he can do. So he needs to buy himself time, and we also need to buy him more time. So let's get to the summer. Let's see what he wants. Let him sign 4 to 5 experienced, not just any players, experienced players, and then from there we can judge him. Officially for me, I will start judging him after the summer. I can see you always judge him, you and Rance. You're always, get out of here, man.
No, I've stopped. For me, I've stopped the in and out kind of situation. I think it's whoa. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry for that.
Yo, I'm sucking. Yo, what happened there, man? But no, I think for me, it's like I kind of look beyond like the manager. Don't get me wrong, you still have to criticize the manager, but I think it's bigger than the manager, man. It's for a manager to achieve here. I think the board and what's ahead of him, you have to be alignment with the manager, bro. You get me, and that is it, man. For me, I want this manager to succeed, but at the same time, he has to earn that. But he's not the biggest problem, though. He's not the biggest problem, but he still needs to do his job, though. He still needs to perform. He needs to get results now to the end of the season and show us something that, you know what, we can look forward to for next season. Because you aren't going to get the same grace next season, unfortunately. There'll be more pressure on you.
Yeah, of course, United fans, we are always so.
Do you believe INEOS will give him that? Do you trust INEOS?
Yeah, at the beginning, I still trust INEOS. I'll say I still trust INEOS. I think that Sir Jim, he's quite an impatient guy. So I'm still banking on that. So in case if anything goes wrong, I wouldn't want them to give him so much time that maybe he will recover. Let us be ruthless, like Bayern Munich. When Tuchel was not doing so well, they did away with him, even Nagelsmann, and those are 2 world-class managers. So I just want INEOS to be like that. Just be ruthless. Let's not be so emotional with Ruben. If he will not be able to deliver after they have given him 4 to 5 experienced players, then he has to go.
Yeah. Okay, brother, man. Big up to you, man. And we'll see you soon, man. Take care, brother.
Yeah, thank you, Saeed. Bye.
Big up, man. Big up to you. Let's bring on Azazi. Azazi, you there?
Yo, bro. Can you hear me?
Yo, bro, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Yeah, bro. I'm out right now, so if you can't hear me, apologies. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about. but mainly about Amorim. Obviously, there's a few issues that he's been involved in, but it's not necessarily the way he's set up. It's more the profile that he's got. Like at the beginning when he first came in, and he had Amad Diallo, and when he first had attacking wing backs basically instead of having defensive ones, we were playing quite well. And then randomly he switches it up, and now you've got the likes of Dallo and these people, which makes us more of a reactive team than a proactive team. That's why when we're playing against guys like Liverpool, we play well, but when it's the onus on us to actually perform and play against these teams, we're very poor. So my issue with him, my biggest problem is his profiling. I'll be honest.
His
I don't think he
profiling in
understands.
terms of getting the team arranged together. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But does that
My
get better
issue
over
is
time? Yeah.
Say it again, bro.
Does that get better over time, or do you think it's just kind of like you've kind of figured him out?
I don't know, man, because the way he's judging out players just doesn't make sense to me. So, for example, this is not an issue with the wing backs, but Højlund and Xerxes, I don't understand his obsession with Højlund, his persistence, bro. So, I don't know. I just feel like personally, I have a huge issue with the way he actually judges players, right? Obviously, that aside, there's a lot of issues in terms of man management and stuff like that. Like taking off Xerxes within the first 30 minutes. I don't know. Look, the thing with Amorim, I always give managers a first season grace, right? So I would be fine to actually give him until next season. But the signs are not looking good, bro. They're not looking good.
Yeah. But you know what it is for me? It's like, there's still a lot of games to play now. You know what I mean? Down toward the season. What would you want to see now until the end of the season? Is there anything that you think you can see? You think he can improve on? Do you think he will improve on? What do you see? Because it's tough, man. There's a lot of games left, It's a lot of big games. Derby, Arsenal, bro, West Ham, Villa, Chelsea, Wolves. So listen, there's some tough games there, Nottingham Forest away. You there, bro? No, I think he's gone. We'll try and get him another time. Let's bring on Kelvin. Kelvin, how are you, brother?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, man. What do you want to discuss, man? Obviously, United in a minute, it's not looking great, man. But what are you saying?
I mean, for me, and this is calling in from Canada, big up to you and all that.
Big up, man. Big up.
Okay. I think I want to start first with the fan base because I'm not trying to bash the fan base per se, but I think the fan base have a too much of an investment in what's going on. I think that's what I've come to realize, because literally it is week to week, right? And not to say that you don't deserve to back your team, but it's just everyone is too focused on being right. Someone is everybody wants to be the first one to say Amorim is crap, so let's get him out of here. As if that makes you a better fan. I don't see the point. And then on the opposite side, someone wants to be the first to say give him 10 years. That's also dumb. Right? I don't like backing him.
No middle ground. There's no middle ground.
I don't understand why there's no middle ground. Why is there no middle ground to say, listen, he's on fraud watch a little bit, but at the same time too, we have to give him time. Does that make me less of a fan if I say that? I don't like what I'm seeing, but at the same time too, I can't rush to say he's crap. Right? And
what it is? I think it's because it's unprecedented when you lose this amount of games. You know what I mean? You're 15th. You know what I mean? You don't want to be associated with that. And that's the thing where then you become invested. When you are 15, it's almost like it's kind of stayed in your name. You know
what I did as I was waiting here? I said, you know what? Let me look at the Premier League. I took my notepad.
Okay, let's go for it.
Let's review the season so far.
Yeah.
I gave Ruben Amorim has played 13 games in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Out of 13 games, he has 4 wins, 1 draw, 8 losses. That's 13 points out of 39. Terrible.
Wow. Yeah.
Cool. That's not good. I said, okay, let me review. I'm taking Ruud and Ten Hag combined. Ruud and Ten Hag had 16 points out of 33. They had 4 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses. Right. So I'm just like, okay, Both are equally bad. What I'm saying, what I decided to do is that, okay, if that's the case,
you got to take away, Rude from Ten Hag, because
Ten Hag was terrible. I'm even giving him Rude. I'm even giving him Rude. Rude and Ten Hag gave us 4 wins.
Okay,
right, from August to when Ruben
Amorim was appointed.
4 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses. 16 points is what they got. 13 points is what Ruben got. Both have been terrible outputs, right? But I'm like, people believe that, okay, if there's how many games do we have left? I think we have like 13 more games or 14 more games, right?
Yeah, around roughly there. 13
if we have 13 games, I don't understand why people feel like Ruben Amorim is going to go 0 out of 13. That's just not logical, right? It's not logical to say he's going to have 13 straight losses. So even if
that won't happen, you'll get a win.
That's what I'm saying. So even if I'm using pure math, even if he produces the same results of out of 13, he gets 4 wins. Guess what? He has 40 points. We get to 40 points, we don't get relegated, the season is over. Some people are going to cry. Some people are going to say that's unacceptable. Some people are going to say,
how many losses would that be?
Out of in total, he would have had 16. 17 losses.
17 losses
total.
Oof. But you know what it is? I don't like this kind of calculations, though, man. It makes it look like, I don't know, man. It's a bit of copium, though. I can't lie. It's a little bit of copium.
How is it copium? I'm just doing. I'm based off what he's done. I say if he does if he replicates what he's done to the T, to the end of the season,
there's room for improvement. Don't get me wrong. He could win more before.
Exactly. I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like you're saying 6 out of 13.
Like, okay. So you're saying if he gets this amount of, like, would you want a trophy, or are you just thinking wins Premier League? Like,
I'm saying do enough to survive in the job, brother. Just do enough, because the fans,
that's what people don't want, though. They want to see a bit of progression. They want to see a bit of football. They want to see, you know what I mean? Like they want better than what you're getting right now. 4 wins is what they don't want now. But you said 4 wins. Try and get 4 wins.
Just till the end of the season. I just say if you replicate this bad form, you've done enough to last. And this is where my last point is.
Wild, but that statement's wild, though, man.
This is where my last point is, because I don't think it's on Ruben. It's on INEOS, bro.
It is on INEOS. I agree. INEOS. Most of the blame is on INEOS.
Most of the blame is on INEOS. So I don't want to because if could you imagine if INEOS came out and said, hey, they came out with a statement, just one statement, and said, yo, the form has been bad. We don't like what we're seeing, but we believe in what's in the project. Case done. Nobody has to worry anymore, because he's in, at least for the interim. But because they don't say anything, it's like they left it to Ruben to just take all the blame. And they brought him in at a terrible time. So their structure is terrible. The way they communicate with the fans is terrible. Their culture that they're building is terrible. So for me, I blame more INEOS than anything else. And I don't I don't see the point in trying to crash out on Amorim already.
I agree. For me, a perfect world would be the manager gets his players in, and then we judge him fully there. But I also, for me, I could also kind of low-key accept that if this the run he goes on,
he's not going to go 0 for 13. He's not going to get 13 losses out of 13 matches. He's not.
No, he won't get 13 out of 30 losses, but he might get another 5-6 losses to the end of the season.
And that's enough to keep him in the job.
Listen, I don't know if I can be optimistic like that, but listen, I wish he stays, man. Yeah, I do wish he stays. Today, I want to keep the manager so we can build on it. But I also think that, bro, if he was sacked, I'd have no complaints, because
I don't mind either. Honestly. But I'm just saying, realistically, I think he'll
realistically, yeah, that's fair. All right then, man. Kelvin, man, it's always good, man. We'll catch up again. Let's see what the maths is next week. Love, man, love. Big up, man. Listen, guys, keep liking the video, man. Keep liking the video, people, man. Let's get Touchline Facts in the building. Touchline Facts, what are you saying, bro?
What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, man. What are you telling me?
Oh, yeah, man. You good, bro?
Yeah, man. Good as can be, man. You know what I'm saying? Just try and not let United affect you, man. That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard, though, isn't it? It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. But we're trying, man. But yeah, man. How are you doing, man? What do you want to talk about?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. What's the questions, bro? The
question is, you know what I mean? Well, Man United, are they low-key dusted? And 1 year of INEOS, what do you make of it?
Low-key.
You know what I mean? General,
low-key. We're 15th, bro. Of course, we're high-key dusted.
No, I meant in the grand scheme of things, like, are we kind of like dusted? Like,
Nah. So, do you know what it is? Because we're Man United fans and people don't like us, we're everyone's biggest rival. They're very, how do I say it? They're very biased against Man United. They go Man United are 15th. Man United can't buy any top players because they're 15th. Do you get what I'm saying? But then they forget, right? Remember this, and I had this example the other day because someone was sitting there going, "You're miles off Chelsea," and I was like, 2 years ago we finished 3rd, they finished 12th. The next season they finished 6th, we finished 8th. It can change like that. It can change in one window. Do you get what I'm saying? Forest was 17th last year. They're 3rd right now. Do you get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Man United, I think I personally believe this, obviously there's more problems in the squad than just 2 players, but if we got an elite left 10 in Mateus Cunha and an elite striker in Gyökeres or whatever, alongside them lines, I think United, will fly at the table. I'm not saying we're going to be like top 4, but I think we'll be 6th or 7th comfortably just with them 2 signings. Do you get what I'm saying? Then you get in all the other ones, like maybe you get Edison or whatever from Atlanta. I think we need a dictator, like like a younger version of Ericsson, sort of thing, like a Zubamendi type midfielder. I think if we get someone that can dictate the play, do you get what I'm saying? Change the tempo. I think we're up, bro. I think.
So you believe by getting two, 3 key additions in the summer, United could be back?
No, not back, because to me, back is like Champions League winning, Premier League. That's back to me. Like, but I think we'll fly at the table. We'll be sick, bro. We're 15th. We'll go.
Problem is it when you say fly at the table though, that don't really kind of make sense because we're not supposed to be 15th, innit? So by flying up the table, we need to go from 8th to wherever. That's flying up the table because 8th was a true measurement of maybe where United were last season. So this is going to be an anomaly, right? I don't expect United to finish 16th next season or 14th, 15th, So okay, cool. From 8th, but we're flying up the table with what? So where are we going from 8th?
These lot are all saying flying up with what money, bro? Do you think they're not going to spend money in the window? Of course they're going to spend money. Rashford's going for 40 million. Sancho's going. That's bearing in mind they're on 15 million a year as well, both of them. If Anthony goes, Casemiro might go, Ericsson might go, Dallo might go, Garnacho might go. Man United will have money. Do you get what I'm saying? I promise you now, Man United will have money. Do you get what I'm saying? I promise you, they can offer me what they want. Do you get what I'm saying? It can only even take one player. Because look at Chelsea. Palmer, they bought him. I know we're not going to get a player like Palmer. That was sort of a fluke sign, isn't it? But you get what I'm saying? Like, one or two players. Look what happened with Bruno. We were mid-table under Rolly. We signed Bruno and we flew up the table. Do you get what I'm saying? People don't use logic. Because they're United, they don't like United. They want to use bias. Was it cool? But I promise you, I'm saying exactly. There's not much between 5th and 15th, bro. Saeed, you're telling me, look at the game against Palace, and this is what I'm saying. Our defense is actually very good. It's very good. It does its job majority of the time. You know, like people were sitting there going, we've not scored many goals in the first half. We also not conceded many goals in the first half. Look at the Liverpool game, Arsenal, Spurs was 1-0 to be fair, but what was the Palace game? Didn't concede in the first half. It gets to the 60th minute, they all get impatient. They start huffing and puffing. They go, it's 0-0. What we're gonna do? And you get what I'm saying? We hit the post in the first 20 minutes. Garnacho missed the sitter against Palace, and look how many chances we missed against Spurs. Clinical players in our team, we probably end up beating both of them teams.
Fine margins. So it's basically fine margins, isn't it, for you? In terms of where this team is. I
also think mentality. I think a lot of the squad is like. They need a refresh in it. They need a little just break, because I feel like that also because of Ten Hag and the toxicness from the start of the season. I feel like if Amarin came in, I think you'd had a bit less toxicness in the squad. They would have been a bit more open and a bit more refreshed. I feel like they've been brought down basically by the toxicness. A lot of them. Do you know what I'm saying?
All right, then, man. Touchline facts. Big up, bro. We'll catch up again, man. Love, bro.
Big up. Yeah.
Big up, man. Big up to you, man. Let's bring on Young Veli. Young Veli, what you saying, brother?
Big up, side. Big up, bro. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, man. Not too bad, man. Not too bad, man. Yeah, man. Same old situation, man. What are you saying, man? What's different for you, and what do you want to discuss that's different?
Bro, there's nothing different, bro. Like, nothing different. Like, we have 4 problems at United, bro. We have a Glazers problem. We have an INEOS problem. We have an Amarin problem, and we have a Bruno Fernandes problem. I'll start with the Glazers, bro. The Glazers, no one can say they haven't spent money. They've spent money, but stupidly, bro. We haven't had a proper football structure before the INEOS came in. We had a banker who was running the club, who was bringing players in, not bringing the right profile players or quality players that would have helped us, keep us at a consistent level in the top 4, even if we're not winning, but keep us in the consistent level. And we haven't been properly around the football side of things. That's where I blame the Glazers. They've spent money, but they just haven't spent it wisely. And they give huge money to players who don't deserve it. Like, look, amounts, 250K per week. That's a joke, bro. Bruno Fernandes, 300K per week. That's a joke. Like, these are signings that these are sort of mistakes they've made. Not running the football, not running the team on the football side of things, and that's what fans care about. We don't care about the revenue or anything. We just care about the football on the pitch. And I'll go to INEOS, bro. INEOS, they got here last year, and they're basically fighting, struggling with the mismanagement of United for the last 10, 11 years financially. We're almost a billion pounds in debt, bro. Like, it's crazy how people think you come into a business that's in debt. Is in debt. More than what you're making every year. And obviously, COVID took say United back like 2-3 years financially, because you weren't able to fill the stadium with fans and things like that. But I can blame INEOS because they could have sacked Ten Hag as soon as we won the FA Cup and brought in the manager who understood the Premier League. I was waiting for De Zerbi to come in because he was out of a job and he understood the Premier League, and I feel he would have gotten better out of our team than what Amorim is doing right now. So I blame INEOS for that. I'm happy they sacked Ashworth, because apparently the reports were saying he was the one who gave Bruno Fernandes the bump in pay, which he would have never gotten, because he's absolutely shit, bro. Now I'll come to Amorim. We have an Amorim problem because this guy is stubborn. You don't need 20 games. You don't need 20 fucking games to tell you Mino can play in the pivot. Bruno, and you said yourself, Bruno cannot play in the 10. And even when he plays in the pivot, he's not pushing discipline enough. He's everywhere. You see Bruno on the left, see him on the right, you see him up front ahead of the strikers. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be in the middle with whoever you playing alongside with, if it's Ugarte or Casemiro. And Mino, he kept playing in the pivot. It just didn't work. Put him up front. Like, you have the data. You have every player's record. What were they doing in the academy? What were their strengths before he came in? You have other strengths. Why don't you use it to your advantage? And the crazy thing is, he said he was going to give every player a chance. He never gave every player a chance, because if given Anthony a chance, even if he said every player had a clean slate, he never gave Anthony a clean slate. Because I've given Anthony a chance to play in the wing back, and he said himself, we score more goals when we have attacking wing backs. Why don't you play attacking wing backs? In the 10, you're putting Eriksen. He played Eriksen in the pivot against Newcastle. When we know Eriksen, all his career, he's always played in the 10, and in the attacking midfield. He played that position for Spurs. He played that position for Inter Milan. In his country too, he plays in the 10. So why would you play him in the pivot? Obviously, he's better on the ball, but why are we playing there? And these are things he could have done by himself to ensure we're stable as a team. And the last problem is we have a Bruno Fernandes problem. Every striker that's ever played in front of Bruno has struggled. Every striker who's ever played in front of Bruno has struggled. And Bruno, being the captain of this team, is a detriment to us, to our football, and even to the way we play. I don't understand why he got that contract. It made absolutely no sense. If you wanted to go, you should have let him fucking go, because Bruno, he's a problem, bro. With the way we play, every time mourning, crying every fucking time on the pitch, bro, when we're losing. Against Liverpool, under Ten Hag, we're losing 7-0. This guy was begging to be subbed off, bro. How would you tell me? How would you say that's a captain? Like it's crazy to me, bro. These are the problems. I'm not saying I have the solution because I don't get paid millions of dollars to to make decisions. But if I was, Bruno would have been gone like 3 years ago. I'm happy Rashford is gone because Garnacho should be gone this January window. We had the chance to sell him. I don't know what the fuck happened, bro.
Yeah.
So,
Nah, you're valid, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Man, thanks for having me, bro. I appreciate it. Yo, big up the chat, man.
Big up, man. Big up to you, man. Big up to Young Valley, man. Big up to you lot. Big up to everyone who's calling in. Please keep hitting the like button on the video, people. Let's get these likes up if we can. I don't know what we're currently on right now, but please do hit the like button if you can. I think we're currently on 248. So, guys, let's get these likes up to 300 if you can. Let's bring on Jonas. Jonas, how are you, brother?
Bro, I'm doing good, you know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah. Hey, big up Saeed, my Somali brother, bro. I've been watching you, Rance, Nuruddin, big up to all y'all, bro. Ever since, United stand. Bro, the Mourinho days, the end of Mourinho days, you know what I'm saying? So that time, so big up to you. How you doing, bro?
Nah, I'm not too bad, man. I'm blessed, man. Can't complain, man. Can't complain, bro.
Hey, bro, listen, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not even a United fan, but I've been watching United consistently, so I wanted to have my say here. And I'm not a Liverpool fan or Arsenal, so I feel like I'm still kind of neutral, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta say this, bro. When it's the topic about Amorim and United dusted, bro, I have to say this, bro. I think that Amorim, as much as some people are like saying they need to give him his own players, bro, I feel like that's not the reality of football, bro. Football moves on fast, bro. You know what I'm saying? With managers in my club, like I'm a Barca fan, in Real Madrid. If you don't watch Spanish football, Chelsea, look at the Chelsea under Roman. If the manager is not providing the results, they're gone. Just like that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that Amorim, I don't think that he's confirmed to stay until the summer. I think he needs to get results. And for me, I don't think the fans should even be too attached to him, bro. Like, he hasn't won you guys a Champions League, a Premier League, not even a Carabao or something yet. So I feel like the fans, United fans, I feel like that Amorim, they shouldn't be attached to him. He's not really proving it. For me, he's been way too stubborn, He hasn't played Kobe in the 10 enough, bro. He's still, like, why did Garnacho stay? I feel like that he wanted Garnacho to stay. You know what I'm saying? I think he wanted Rashford to leave, but I think he wanted Garnacho to stay. I also got to say this, bro. I don't know why he's persistent with Højlund. I don't really see too much out of him besides he's a runner. And I think that, there's a players issue, but, bro, how many managers at worse clubs than United get a tune out of these players? People are looking at Moyes right now. You know what I'm saying? We're not Moyes. Who's the manager right now who's doing good, bro? I forgot his name.
Areola. Who for? Who for?
No. He's doing worse than Areola, bro. It's like at a bottom club, bro. I'm confused. Hey, you know what? Hey, that's besides the point, bro. The point is that managers with worse players, they still do get better results. They get that manager bounce back. And I think that Amorim, I was thinking that he would be a man manager out of Sporting Lisbon. He was one of the hottest prospects. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of disappointed to see that. I don't think he's really a man manager. Would he have subbed out Xerxes that one game? I don't really like that, by the way. And I got to say this. You're saying, are United low-key dusted? Bro, I think INEOS, they have to be on fraud watch, bro, for me, because they haven't been as good as what people thought. And I think you guys are regretting it. I think you, Rance, all the big creators, if you guys went back in time, you guys would have wanted the Qataris now, because INEOS,
I always wanted the Qataris, but it was a
I know
case
you
of
did.
like,
I watched your videos, but bro, be real, bro. INEOS are being looking suspect, bro. Like, for me, who cares if Emirates didn't want signings, bro? Like, let's be real. The team before the January window was bleeding, bro. You got to get 2 guys at least for me. You let Rashford go and you don't replace him, and Rashford could have came to my club. That's another topic for another day. But, man, you know what I mean, right? I'm saying.
I appreciate it. No. I appreciate the facts, man. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to let you stay but you know what? You spoke facts. And man, you know me. You spoke the truth, man. We are cooked right now. We are,
bro.
cooked.
Listen, and I have to say this, bro. Like, LVG, in my opinion, he was much better than what Amorim was giving with worse players. In my opinion, he had worse players. And guess what? He still left. Bro. So Amorim, there's no reason for him to stay. You know, unless if he proves it. I'm not saying Amarim out, obviously, right? But I think that, hey, the summer is not guaranteed, bro. I've seen at my club multiple managers. I've seen 3 managers at once. Chelsea, you know how strict their approach is with Roman. Yo, if you're not getting results, you are out, bro. And I know everybody wants to play the pretty football, but results, it's a results business, bro. I
appreciate it.
And the last thing I want to say is a lot of people, they always say that it's a player's issue. It is a player's issue, but the manager's job, what is the ultimate job of a manager? Why do you even hire a manager? It's to get the best out of the players. And he ain't doing it, bro. Like, do you really think that he's getting the best out of it? His system, by the way, I feel like that is so niche that you're going to have to spend a lot of a lot of money. Like, realistically, Saeed, how many players do you even see signing, bro? Probably 4 or 5, right?
Yeah. That's what we need, but probably 5, if not. Obviously, we'll get it. I don't know.
Let's be real, Saeed, bro. Even then, under Amarim, do you have full confidence that 4 or 5 players are gonna change it, bro? I don't know about that, bro. I think it might be 7, 8 because his system is so niche, bro. I don't even let's be real. I like Dorgu, but you still need so much more. Cass, it looks like he's trying to leave. You know what I mean? So I don't know if United fans should be so certain on Amarim. I think that Amarim, I'm not saying out, but I'm saying he's still got to prove it, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Summer ain't
love for that, man. You know what I mean? Big up to you lot, man. You know what I'm saying? And we'll catch up again, Jonas, man.
Yeah,
love, man.
Brother. See you, bro.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up, man. Big up to Jonas, man. Listen, normally I don't let rival fans come in, but you know what? He probably spoke more sense than a lot of United fans, man. So big up to him, man. Let's bring on Dave. Dave, what you saying? Another Somali brother? What you telling me?
Hello.
Yeah, just turn the TV off if you can, or the phone off.
Hi, man.
You good, bro? You good, bro?
My bad. Yeah. So, I think a lot of people are raising like really valid points on INEOS, the manager, the whole structure. But I think something I haven't heard people talk about is I think United have actually lost the identity.
Okay.
In the sense that with Sir Alex, we had a set way of playing. All the players we got fit our identity and the style we wanted to do. Like we had fast. We wanted fast players who were good on the ball, strong and mentally tough. Like we had Roy Keane, we had Cristiano, we had so many guys who were like this. And I haven't really watched that era, but you could see that with these guys, we don't really. It's like we only get players for the manager, right? And I feel like the guy who was speaking on Barcelona, very well spoken. We should be getting players who really fit our identity, in the sense that we should get people who are fast, who are technical, and especially who have great football IQ, which is quite lacking in our team. And I think in INEOS, I think for me they have to prove to me why they should stay. Because if I was in Manchester myself, I'd be seated outside with a protest. So I'll be already protesting because I really don't believe in what they're trying to do. Like you look at what we need right now. Right now we need experienced players, high quality players, right? So we need so many things. But
there's a lot to sort out, isn't there? There's a lot to sort out in a short space of time, isn't there? There's a lot to sort out, isn't there, in a short space of time?
Hello?
Yeah, as I said, there's a lot of things to sort out, isn't there, in a short space of time, isn't there?
My bad. Things
to sort out, isn't there, in a short space of time, isn't there? My bad.
Sorry, please repeat.
Can you hear me? How come it doesn't receive your... Can you hear me now? What the hell is going on? How are you listening to me?
I can.
Can you hear me now?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm using both my phone and my laptop.
Okay. Karen, you just
Yep,
carry on.
yeah, I
You
can.
carry on what you're saying. Carry on what you're saying. Carry on. You carry on.
So I was trying to emphasize, I think we are, in a sense, like, we can't keep
Yeah, it's a long day. It's a long day. We'll come back to him. Man. It's been a long day. Real king, man. What are you saying, bro?
Big up, Saeed. Big up the chat.
Big up, man. How are you, bro?
Yeah, all good, man. On United, bro. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I said last week that everyone has to be held accountable for Man United's position. You know, like that. Everyone has to be accountable. INEOS, Amarim, and the players. And the thing is that obviously, like I said, INEOS made the big mistake of hiring Dan Ashworth in the first place. Because Dan Ashworth was the person that wanted to keep Ten Hag, wanted to sell Sancho because he was the person that said Jadon Sancho was Manchester United's fifth best attacker.
Yes.
And Dan Ashworth was the guy what gave Bruno Fernandes that 300k. We should have not appointed him in the first place. We should have got in another sporting director, but obviously they didn't. And obviously now that since we didn't sack Ten Hag in the summer, obviously it's held us back quite a bit, even more so. And also bringing Amarim mid-season was wrong as well. They should have brought in Amarim at the start of the summer, but Amarim is not escaping criticism. No one is escaping criticism. No one, because the facts and reality is that Amarim and INEOS, they should have had a conversation. They should have both had a conversation, Amarim and INEOS. INEOS should have said, look. INEOS should have said, we are going to bring you a list of players, Amarim. We're going to bring you a list of players what suit the club identity, and you pick players out of that list. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So you pick the player that you want from that list. You get what I'm trying to say? It can be a list of 8 wing backs. You know what I mean? It can be a list of 8 wing backs, 8 midfielders, 8 strikers, etc., etc., etc. And this is the thing. When people say as well that, oh, we should give Amarim his players. No. It needs to be the identity. We need to sign players for the club, not for the manager, because people on about the players. The reason why we are in a mess with some of these players is because Erik ten Hag brought in these players. Erik ten Hag was given the control under the Glazers to sign players. He was given the control to sign players. Erik ten Hag was given the control to sign players. This is why when we brought in INEOS, this is why we have to get away with managers getting all of their players, all of their signings. No, it should be profile over names, and it should be identity. It should be signing players for the system, not for the manager, for the club's identity. It should be signings for the club's identity. That's what it should be, not for the manager. Like I said, Unai Emery got Aston Villa to 17th from 7th in mid-season. And Aston Villa didn't have the greatest of squads when Emery took over, when Steven Gerrard got sacked. So Amarim needs to be doing better with some of these players. I'm not saying Amarim has to get all the players to world-class level. I'm asking Amarim to coach some of these players at a decent level. What I mean by that is, for example, Garnacho is trash. So Coach Garnacho, instead of being trash to an average level, Coach Bruno Fernandes, instead of being trash to an average level. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, facts.
Coach
Yeah.
Coach Kobe Mainu to a good player to a very good player. You get what you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And this is the reality. I've never had a problem with Amarim's system. I've had a problem on how he's used the system, how he's used the three at the back, because he's seen at Sporting his own system had attackers, but he's still persisting with Dalot and Mazraoui. He's called out the players in press conferences, but yet he's still playing the same players. He's still playing the same players. And this is where he is. This is where he is not helping himself. And we have to see. We have to see at the end of the season what happens before we can say in or out. My last point is that if INEOS bring him 4 or 5 players, and then they end up getting injured, what is Amarim going to do then? What is Amarim going to do then when 4 or 5 of his players get? If we bring in 4 or 5 players this transfer window that Manchester United usually do, yeah. If 4 out of the 5 or say 3 out of the 5 players get injured that Manchester United signed, what is Amarim going to do there? That's what I would. That is what. This is why Saeed, I need him to do better with the players at his own disposal, because this whole thing, this is a whole problem in football. Yeah. We have to give. We have to get this profile of player. We have to get this profile player, that profile of player, that profile of player. Like you should be able to coach at any level without all of your players. You should be able to coach at any level to be a good coach. You shouldn't need specific profiles to make you a good manager. You get what I'm trying to say?
No,
that's the main point. That's the main point that I wanted to get across.
Nah, big up Real King, man.
Big up, man.
Always
people subscribe to this channel. This is a great channel. You get great content, obviously, and subscribe, people. You know what I mean? Subscribe.
Big up my guy, Real King, man. Big up, man. Legend. Big up, man. Let's bring on Gulam. Gulam, how are you, brother?
Assalamu alaikum. How's it going?
Assalamu alaikum. Not too bad, man. How are you, man?
Still OT.
Hey?
I'm still OT.
Yeah, I know, man. I see you, man. I see you. You're not left there, man. You're not left, man.
Yeah. What is? Yeah. You know what is? We have to face reality as fans. The problem we've got, is we're still stuck thinking we're Manchester United. But if we actually really, really think about it, we are mid-level. We are. You know where we are?
Lower than mid-level. We're
lower than mid-level. And the thing is, fans just can't accept that, and that's why they're overreacting to Amarim. He's only been here 3 months now. I just wanted to go over a few things because a lot of people mentioned this in podcasts and today as well. They're mentioning Nottingham Forest. They finished 17 last season.
Yeah.
And Bournemouth finished 15th. Yeah. This season, Nottingham Forest is 3rd and Bournemouth is 5th.
5th, yeah.
Yeah. But not Bournemouth last season bought 13. Well, they had 13 players. Yeah.
They bought 13 players in.
Well, I'm just counting them now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10, 11. And then there's about 3, 4 loans that came back.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest bought 11 players and 13 loans came back. So you just one season is a difference. And now if you look at Amarim, because people don't look at facts and they just go off an emotion. And when Amarim came in at Sporting Lisbon, first, all right, he knew the league, so that's one thing. Yeah, he'd been at other clubs in the league, but when he came in, the ultras had come in and beat up the players. That's how bad it got there. And in his first season, he spent about 64. Let me just go to his. In his first season, he spent about 42 million euros. He promoted 4 youth players, and 1 player came back from loan. A couple came from loan. And he sold about 51 million euros. Second season, he sold about 16 million euros, and he brought in 40 million worth of players. And he's spending low. This is, I'm talking about 8, 9, 10 players. So some were free transfers, some were, and then the season after, 2022, 23, he made 139 million euros by selling players, but he brought through 5 players from the youth team, and he bought about 8 players, but all were cheap buys. Yeah. And then the season after, he made another 124 million euros, and he bought another 5 players through the youth, and he bought about 5, 6 players, including Gyökeres. And then in his last season, in 24-25, before he came to us, another 3 sporting players were brought through the youth team. He bought like Konrad Harder, Araujo, and a few others. He bought about 5, 6 players, but he sold 42 million. So his kind of net spend over the last 4 or 5 seasons has been about 45 million euros, and he's brought more than that in through sales. So that's what it means by we got to sell. So INEOS would have seen that, and they thought, okay, our situation's bad, and they know they're gonna Glazers are, because they're running the club into the ground. They don't have the money, so they brought him in for that. So in that sense, he's coming to a new league and he hasn't had time to adapt, and he's kind of trying to adapt while he is. And I know players, fans are saying it's not acceptable, but if you look at Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth and where they were, their fans would have been saying the same thing. We're up, we're going to get relegated, we're in a relegation struggle. But look at them now. When they got the players, the manager identified in that crap season before, he identified what he needed to fix. And I say, at least give him 1 more season. I say, let him get to the summer, let him get some players in, and then
you think he survives? Does he get enough results for you to get?
That's the thing. What worries me is Ratcliffe just does an Ashworth and just does think. But the thing is, they can't even afford to do that, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They can't afford to really sack him, can they?
You know, and people say bring this manager in. Every single manager is going to need players, because every single manager's had to look at the level of our players over the last 6, 7, 8 seasons. The crap, and they wanted players, and they tried to fix it. Marini tried to spend a lot of money. Ollie spent a lot of money, and Ten Hag spent a lot of money, and we've ended up somehow in a worse situation than the squad that Ollie inherited. And then we're looking at Ruben saying he's got the same squad players as Ten Hag. He hasn't. Rashford's out the picture straight away, and he's lost some of the players, and he doesn't have a recognised striker. So Ten Hag had a better squad. He had McTominay getting the last-minute winners, and he had a few other players which we don't have now. And so the thing is, I'm not saying, I'm just saying that the fans are a bit, I know they're emotional.
Not patient, are they?
Not patient. The thing is, you have to, like, this is the only manager where after 3 or 4 months, we're losing our minds, Every single manager say, okay, at least give him a year. Go give him at least a year. You know what I mean? If he can survive, just give him that 1 year, and then let him see how he does. Like, personally, I saw when he played Dogu on the left, I did see improvement in our attacking thing. And apart from the early goal that Tottenham got, we should have won that game because of the chances. It's just stupidity of Garnacho, for example, and him being greedy and not passing when Dogu kept overlapping. And the thing is that needs to be nipped in the bud. And I think he did want to sell Garnacho. But the Rashford messed it up, because he had this dream that he's going to go to all these big clubs, and he's sending his brother around all Europe just on a facade. And they end up finding out from, I think, Laurie Whitwell saying it was only Galatasaray and Villa that were really interested in him. And he ended up going to his last choice, which is in England, and he goes to Villa, and he left it too late, and then we couldn't sell Garnacho and get a replacement back in. And then he saw Anthony going, and he was going too close to the end of the transfer window, and he thought, I'm going to be in a worse situation if I don't keep Garnacho. And I think he only kept him out on necessity. But I think in summer he's gone. I think he found a position for Marini. I think he will play the number 10. I think he just got a bit too twitchy and thought, okay, how will he react? How will he do in a 10? And how will he do as a striker? And he knew it didn't work. I don't think he'll ever play him there. But the thing is, I think just give him to the end of the season. Let him learn the league.
Let's see we go from there. Yeah,
because the thing is, if you look at the finances now, we don't have money to spend. So you can get any manager. You could get a prime Fergie coming here, and I don't think you'll be able to turn it around in this season. To be honest, you can get a Mourinho in or someone, and they can do a job and paper over the cracks. So get a Moyes in and paper over the cracks, and you will get results. But then what we're going to do next season when we don't have money to spend? Just going to watch boring drab football again.
There you go. Gulam, nice man. I appreciate you, man. As always, man.
No problem.
Love, man. Big up to Gulam in the building, man. Big up to Omar N with the super chat. He said, remember fans and media wanted Ferguson to be sacked in the late 80s before he took off. It takes time, people. I mean, it's a bit, I don't know, man, difficult. You know what I mean? Them words. He had the pedigree, man, at Aberdeen. Different scenario, different times as well. You know what I mean? What was patient then? Is that the patience now? I don't know. Omar N, if I can agree with you there, mate. But big up for the super chat, man. Big up to Leso, man. Leso, how are you, man? What you want to discuss, man?
Big up to the chat. Smash the like button, people. And let's now let's dissect this very quickly. I think we're dusted, guys. We're done. We're done. I remember I said this the minute that Ratcliffe came on board, that fans should not be expecting way too much, and our situation is very bad, Saeed. I don't think people actually realize how bad the gravity of the situation is. The Glazers are still here. People act like they still don't make some decisions, or they aren't part of the decision making in any sort. And then people also forget that we don't have a structure. We can be pissed off at Amorim. Of course, he hasn't done himself any justice with these team selections and certain mistakes that he has made. But all this boils down to the structure at the end of the day. The only manager that has ever been successful under the Glazer ownership has been Sir Alex Ferguson. You're not going to find another Sir Alex Ferguson. That's how bad these guys actually are. If it was any other manager operating under the conditions Sir Alex was operating under, they wouldn't have won close to what we have won and achieved. That's what people need to realize. The structure needs to be eradicated. These guys need to be out. If we don't get rid of the Glazers and INEOS, who actually are apologists for the Glazers staying here, I'm still not going to forgive them for that. Unfortunately, guys, we're not coming back. We can change managers all we want. We will slightly improve, yes. We will maybe win an odd trophy or there. But we're never coming back to the club that we were, or even getting near at that. Because this problem that we have is very rotten to the core. You look at the structural problems. INEOS came in. They've further escalated it even worse. You look at how they didn't even, with how they handled the situation with the sporting director. Who made that appointment? Barada should have been in before a sporting director came in. A CEO was supposed to be the one that appoints the sporting director. Guess who appointed him? It's Sir Brailsworth. I mean, there was a quote that I saw as well from a Nice fan saying that Sir Brailsworth was the one behind all the decisions at Nice as well. No matter who comes in, that guy is Ratcliffe's right-hand man. So that is why they've also had problems over there. It's because of the same model in how they operated. They've never been successful anywhere. You look at our problems now. I mean, these guys they're also running into financial problems. So where are we going from here? I want people to understand where are we going from here now, because they have their fair share of problems. Ratcliffe owns a whole lot of tons of money. On by himself, we still need a stadium. We still need to close the debt. We missed out on the Qataris. These are the guys that laid out a plan already in front of you and said, this is what we're going to do. And they know exactly what they wanted to do. We let it all go. Unfortunately, the only way I think we can only get rid of, to be honest, to be upfront with everyone, the only way we can really get rid of INEOS and Ratcliffe, Ratcliffe, INEOS, the Glazers, as if we mobilize this walkout. Because obviously, if you don't pitch up for games, they take away your season. They can easily take away your season ticket and give it to someone else, right? But if you're there and you're attending games and you leave, that's actually more structural. If you're leaving within maybe 15, 20 minutes and we do this collectively, at least leave the stadium half empty. That can be achieved. I've seen it done in Italy. I've seen it done here. Yeah, I've seen it done in Spain. I've seen it done in right here in South Africa as well. If people actually did this and then got together, as a fan base, we need to put away, whatever opinions. I understand that we all have opinions and past clashes, all fan channels and everything. But we all want the club at the end of the day. Our main goal is to see the club being at the top again. All of us want that. You can't tell me none of us don't want that. We all want that. But we need to come together for this one mission. If we can even sacrifice at least 3 games, just 3, just tell yourself, we're going to sacrifice 3 games and we're going to collectively work together and walk out. These guys are going to be in trouble because they still have to deal with broadcasting people who sponsor the Premier League and all these other people. They're going to complain. They may be getting money, but the bigger money, the bigger share that they're getting is from your broadcasting deals that they get from the TV. So let's see how we can do this. But other than that, big up, man.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up to you always, man. Big up Leso TV. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, man. Love, brother. Love, man. Big up to you. Let's bring on WJ Barrett. WJ Barrett, how are you, man?
What are you saying? Sorry, you good?
Yeah, not too bad, bro. You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I've been trying to find your LT, quite a few times, man.
I know, man. I'm trying to hide now, man. Now that we're not doing great, man, I'm trying to hide away, man, and just do my own thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Quickly, right, Saeed. I'm disappointed in you, man.
In me?
Disappointed. I want you to hold out, man. I watch Mandem talk all the time, man.
Yeah.
Don't get sucked into
them.
Saeed, don't get sucked in, man. Don't.
No, I'm not. I told you already. People know my stance, man. They know my stance.
I know.
You know what I mean? I said the bigger picture, man. I'm here for the bigger picture. You know what I mean? So,
I hear that, man.
But yeah,
my stance on this, right, is that we know Amarin's making some dodgy decisions, but if you remember at the very, very beginning, we said hard reset. Not when you had the old computer back in the day when you've done a defrag. That's what we've been doing for years and years and years and years, and just testing the water and see how we get on with different managers. We said hard reset, and there's going to be pain. Yeah, we've got to remember these players. They've had it easy for years and years and years.
True.
Amarin now has been dealt a hard and tough hand, really, really, really tough. Because if you think to yourself, the personalities in the changing room, Rashford is huge. To get him out on loan is massive. That in itself has rocked that dressing room hugely. You can see that Amarin's trying. He's pulling his hair out. But at the same time, we can't make out like we didn't want these players to go. Anthony, I've heard people talk about Anthony. Anthony is balling out. Is killing it in Spain.
He's doing well. He's doing well, though. He's doing well.
Yeah, that's cool. But let's think about how we all felt about Anthony. We was like, he's got to go. Get him out. Finish. Get rid of him. Same with Rashford. 18 months just be walking around the pitch. Get rid of him. Malacia, broken biscuit. He's going to be the new Luke Shaw. Trust me. Get rid of him before he breaks again. Yeah, I know he's saying that it was more balanced on the left-hand side. People are saying it's more balanced when he played, but he has been out for way too long to think that he's going to save us from, save the left-hand side. So now, as well, sorry, brother. You have to look at the likes of Luke Shaw, who's just a broken biscuit as well. Bringing in Dorgu was masterpiece because now there's somebody on the left-hand side. It will make them man think, Luke Shaw think, hang on a minute, can I do this again? Can I go through the whole process again? He's going to be in the, in the doldrums. He's going to be out soon. Casemiro, we know Casemiro's done. Forget about this season, how we think, we could have helped him out. It's got to be a hard reset. It's got to be everybody gone, everybody out, and start all over again. Deal with the pain. My man's had no players in, really one player.
Do you kind of accept the results for what they are? I don't know if you listened to the earlier caller. He talked about maybe getting 4 wins out of the last whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I don't accept the results. I don't like the results. I want to win all the time. I'm not taking my kids to Old Trafford, to see them lose. You know what I mean? I come from Birmingham. I'm driving up the motorway M6, man, and it's a horrible drive back. My son's upset. My daughter's upset. I don't do it for that. No way. I want to see wins. But at the same time, I'm looking at the process. And also as well, INEOS are going on with
the word with process is like, if it was like a good ownership and good people above
yeah.
No one really knows what the process is. No one really knows. It's kind of just we're kind of making it as we go along, man. And that's the problem.
I just don't think unless we get them out, the Glazers and INEOS, what do? We've got to just see what is going to happen. For me, I'm still happy that we've got Amarin. I think he's the right person. We was all gassed about him when he came in. He has made some bozo decisions on the pitch, but I do believe that there's a plan. What he's exposing the team. The team's on its arse. The team's done. It's finished. These players, we would never get them out. If he would have just played to their strengths, yeah? And I know we want to win matches. Play to their strengths. I'm guaranteed that half the players wouldn't have gone. Rash wouldn't have gone. Anthony wouldn't have gone. Malashi wouldn't have gone. Casemiro doesn't want to go anyway, but he knows that he's not. The manager don't rate him at all. So for me, it's a lot of pain. It's going to be horrible. For the next, Everton's going to be horrible, and I know what you're saying. People are going to say, oh, you know what, I'm out. If we lose against Everton, which I think we might, right? People are going to say, you know what, I want this manager gone. But what do we do then? What do we do then? We've got to be realistic and think to yourself, let's get to the summer. Let's get a preseason. He's had his preseasons now is like trying things out. You don't know the players. We all know the players, We know what to expect of these players. We know these players are shit. He doesn't know, and he doesn't watch us every week. So he's trying them out every single week, his own tactics, his own strategies, and you can see that, these man, he's putting he's kneeling down, his head's in his hands. He's thinking these men are dead, finished. So that's all I'm looking at, Tom. That's all I wanted to say. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, big up J, man. Hopefully we'll see each other again.
100%, brother. Yeah, nice one.
Love. Big up to you, man. Let's bring on. Is it Ergun Sess? I think it's Ergun Sess. Oh, he's not there. I don't know what happened to him there. Hopefully he's well, man. But guys, make sure you lot hit the like button on the video, people, man. That would be amazing. Get these likes up on the video. Make sure you lot subscribe to the channel. Let's bring on Mex. Mex, how are you, brother, man?
Yeah, man's good, man. How are you, bro?
Yeah, not too bad, bro, man. You know what I'm saying to you? We're out here, man. We're just trying to live, bro. What are you saying?
Yeah, man. New day, new problem at Man United, man, as it is.
Yeah. But is it a new problem though, or is it the same problem?
Well, it's just same problem, just reincarnated, just different owners, just Glazers 2.0, if you ask me, And Amarin, I feel so bad for Amarin because Amarin's like a chef with the wrong ingredients. They want him to make lasagna, he's only got egg and beans, Like it's mad. Like I genuinely feel sorry for him, and then obviously you're hearing INEOS potentially replacing him, and then I was reading something. Imagine, Luke Shaw's being not played for Man United for over a year. He's still earning 8 million. INEOS have sacked 250 people. That's roughly the same amount of Luke Shaw's earning. It's crazy.
Crazy when you do it like that,
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But in terms of the game on Saturday, I'm not confident. It's judgment day for Amarin. If he loses that game, then the whole fan base will be against him. The whole fan base will be against Amarin. But it's a tough time being a Man United fan. It's a tough time right now, and you have to just pull through. I'm looking at this Man United team, I'm thinking, where are we going to get goals? I'm talking to my friends and thinking, yeah, we can beat Everton. I'm thinking, but where are we going to get goals? We've got 200 million strikers, and between them, they only have 5 goals. it's shocking. If you ask me, it's shocking, and if the standard is it's not good. You know, we got the issue I have is the fan base. Sometimes the fan base, Bruno will have a good game. It's you need to apologize to Bruno. You need to do this. You need to do that. What am I apologizing for? We're 15th. These players have brought us 15th in the league. Like, Man United should never be in a relegation fight. Never believe.
Never.
We should never be there. Never. And how the standards have dropped is a joke. And I'm hearing how Man United want to get rid of Mason Mount, which is probably the biggest scam in football history. You buy a guy, you overpay for him. Because let's be honest here, the only reason why Mason Mount came to Man United was because of Ten Hag. And you give him the iconic number 7 shirt, and Cantona's wore it, Ronaldo's wore it. You give him a nice salary, 240k a week. The guy has only played 1 game in 18 months, and now you want to sell him. Like, and this is the problem we have. We have whoever's recruiting these players. They need to answer their crimes, because how many players have we bought, have come to Man United, flop, they go elsewhere, and they just somehow look at Anthony. I was slagging Anthony off, saying he's the worst Man United signing. The guy's up for a nomination for Player of the Month in February. It's mad, and he's coming out saying he feels happy and this and that, and it's like, you when you look at it, you're thinking it has to be Man United, because you look at all these players. The only person that has got the Uno card effect is probably Sancho. That's it. But you look at, you're thinking there has to be something at Man United which they're not telling us, because almost every player that's left Man United has gone on to do success. McTominay, you know, Anthony now, Martial is back scoring goals. Like, you have to think, what is really going on?
Are we the problem? Yeah.
Are we the problem? And then obviously you've seen how the Glazers are now £1 billion in debt, and one of the brothers have come out saying, I'm not selling the club. Why are you not selling the club? We all know the only reason why they're not selling the club is to fund the NFL club. Because you look at their NFL team, they've got all the nice fancy equipment and this and that, but Man United, the stadium's leaking, we've got rats and this and that. You know, it generally is a joke, but we have to somehow get through it. You know, once this season is done and dusted, I'll be so much better. But it's mad to think we're in such a bad position, but we're still undefeated in Europe.
Yeah, I know. I just see that stat now. You know, we're the only team undefeated in Europe.
That is crazy. Yeah. We're 15th in the league, but we're still undefeated in Europe. It's mad. Yeah, it's mad.
But we keep showing up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll show up, see you at Fulham game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're there, bro, and we'll catch up again, man. Love, bro. Always
love, bro. Love.
Big up, man. Big up to you, man. Let's bring on C10. C10. What you saying, brother? You hear me, bro?
What you saying, Saeed?
Yeah, not too bad, man. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Just Man United are stressing me out, man.
Talk to me. Why? Why are they stressing you out?
January transfer window. We let go of Rashford. We let go of Anthony, and we didn't bring no one in. We literally only have 3 attackers. We have Højlund, Xerxes. They can't score goals for nothing. Garnacho. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What do you think long term then? You know what I mean? Like for the club, for Amarin. What do you think, bro? Is it looking peak right now? Are we looking low-key dusted?
It's looking peak. We're dusted, man. Hopefully we don't get relegated. But me personally,
we won't get relegated.
You sure, Saeed?
Yeah, well, we're just about survive not to get relegated.
I hope so, man. But me personally, I'm trusting Amarin. I'm trusting him because he's actually bringing his philosophy, unlike Ten Hag. So we'll see.
What do you think is wrong right now? What do you think he's doing wrong? Or what do you think the problems are at the minute, United?
There's a lot of problems. Players are not good enough. Injuries, but I can't lie. He needs to play the youth. He needs to play the youth more. Like against Tottenham, he only gave Chido 3 minutes. He could have brought them on at least like 30 minutes before, but I don't know, man.
What about the ownership? 1 year on ownership, INEOS. Do you trust them?
Nah, I don't trust INEOS, man. They've made a lot of mistakes. They sat Dan Ashworth literally 6 months into his job. Like, I don't get why. Yeah, man. It's tough,
It's looking peak, man. It's looking peak, man. We'll have to wait and see, man. But right now, it's not looking good, man. You know, just got to just kind of bear with it, man. You know what I mean? But you're still backing the manager, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay, man. We'll catch up again, man. C10, man.
Right.
Love as always, man. Big up to C10 in the building. Let's bring on Hussein. Hussein, can you hear me, bro?
Hey, what's good? What's good, Saeed? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. What are you saying?
Man, I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling, man. Yeah, so Man United, bro. My God, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack. So, like, I think, first of all, us as a fan base, we need to check ourselves, because I think, like, we're honestly the biggest problem of Man United right now. We've been just so conditioned with, like, short-term success. And, like, when I think of, like, people taking shit and eating shit and being happy with shit, that's the biggest thing, like, people are ignoring. Like, the past, like, post-Fergie, especially after, like, a Mourinho era, like, we've been so used to just having, like, a bounce and that short-term success to just, like, relive that glory and having, like, a little bit of silverware year over year, right? And just, like, a little bit of bragging rights. And for the first time, we actually have a manager that's struggling in the short term. And that's actually why I like it more, because, like, it's different. Like, we're struggling in that short term. You know, Saeed, like, nothing in life comes easy, bro. Like, you know it, man. Like, you do the content.
Hey,
you feel me? Like, you started your business, like, in the beginning, that shit wasn't, like, fun. It wasn't sweet. You know, not every day was good. Like, you had days you're doubting yourself. And I feel like everybody here is the same, right? Like, if you're trying to achieve and move somewhere and, like, get out of your comfort zone and grow, it's going to feel uncomfortable. And I think, like, right now, us as a fan base, we don't know how to deal with it, you know? And people think, like, you can have your cake and eat it too. Like, we can just have a manager that comes in, instills the style of play, an attractive, progressive play, gets the best out of the players, and then still sells those players, and then bring on players with the right profiles, and then from there kick on and continue, and then build into, like, winning the Premier League.
Do you think we're asking for too much then?
Bro, absolutely we're asking for too much. I'm not saying lower our expectations, like, and say, like, hey, you know, if we're seeing shit week in, week out, like, we can't point it out. But again, like, Saeed, like, we have to be honest, like, these players are crap. Like, we've recruited, I feel like people gloss over it real, like, fast. Like, the players we have are the most unathletic and, like, technically inept players I've ever seen, bro. I am telling, like, people are bigging up, like, the Bournemouth managers, the you know, like, these other managers of teams that they think they're lower than us. They're lower than us in, like, pay scale and wage structure, for sure. But they're higher than us in terms of, like, their technical prowess in the team, as well as their athleticism. Absolutely. Like, we are where we are. Like, we deserve to be here. As a team, we deserve to be here. And if there's a manager to come in and was try to save us, like, it would have been, like, maybe a win or two better than this. But we're giving these players way too much credit, bro. No way. I'm not having these players stay past another manager. No way, bro. No way.
It's going to happen, though. The reality is that's going to happen. There's nothing we can do about it, man. It's going to happen, the reality. That's the reality, bro. We say we don't want it, but it's going to happen, bro. It's going to happen.
And that's what I said, though, Saeed. Like, we're the problem then. Honestly, us as a fan base, if we look.
What about INEOS? It could be a problem as well in terms of, like, they the one that hired him, they the one that fired him. You know, us fans, we talk about it, but ultimately it's Glazers and INEOS that are in the charge, isn't it?
No, that's facts. But I'll say this: with INEOS, I'm on it. Like, people are, like, you know, not trusting them, and I agree. But I think, like, for the first time, we also do have a decent structure, and I can see that we're not gonna get our pants pulled down in transfer markets. In things like that, like, in how we're handling business. Like, even seeing a player like a Dorgu come in, seeing a player like the Leon, the kid coming in, like a real athlete that actually can play ball, like seeing things like that, like recruiting the right profiles, actually, you know, identifying that, hey, giving the coach freedom to actually ship out a player like Rashford. Like Rashford is the club. Mac board and bread. Like this dude has been having his way with every manager ever since, right? Like ever since he's come on. And I think for the club to say like no player is bigger than for the above structure to say no player is bigger than the club, even putting a player like Manu and saying like, hey, there's a price for everybody. Like that shit speaks volumes to me. Like that's actually something that sets precedence. Even if you see this side, like Amad Diallo's contract renewal, like giving him 120K, like is amazing. Like because that actually sets precedence too. That says like, hey,
I know
Amad Diallo, like he's a talent, like he's a freaking talent. And if we're gonna give him 120K, imagine any player that we recruit, like what that like does to them. Because I hope Ahmad continues and he does better and better. But imagine like someone comes on and they see that Ahmad now is like the superstar and he's earning this kind of a wage. This is what I need to do to earn that. Instead of a player coming in and seeing Casemiro freaking earning 350, Mason Mount earning 250. I don't even know what Anthony earns. Like I think like people miss a lot of those things too. Like it's setting the precedence. It's resetting the actual club. If we have these people hanging around for too long, you know what I mean? Like it messes the locker room up, like that dynamic, right?
I agree. Yeah,
man.
Listen, Hussein, man, you spoke a lot of facts, man. Big up to you, man. Always.
Hey, and Saeed, I gotta say one thing, bro. On the man dem talk, bro, with all due respect, there's a lot of dudes that are like football philosophers on there that when I really deep like what they're trying to say, they're like, oh man, I want my midfielders to stay compact. I'm like, bro, no, I want my midfielders to stay compact. And when we're on offense, I want the players to just have freedom and express themselves. Bro, that is freaking Southgate 101. That's Southgate tactics right there, bro. You're not teaching me shit. So like, you know what I mean? Like you gotta call it sometimes, bro. Like you know, but
I hear you. Now we'll get into it, man. It gets a bit mad, man. It gets a bit mad. But now, love, man. We'll catch up, man. We'll catch up again, man.
Yes, sir.
Love for coming on, bro. Love for coming on, man. Let's bring on 433 presser.
Yo, Saeed, what's up? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. What you saying, bro?
I want to say F the Glazers. You know what I'm saying? F the Glazers. F Sancho. F Rashford. But listen, on a serious note, right? 1 year of INEOS. Realistically speaking, they've only had 2 transfer windows. The summer of last year and this January transfer window. Ugarte, Lenioro wasn't a bad acquisition. Dorgu, I like the guy. I think he's good, right? However, I think there's one sticking point with United, and I think until the Glazers fully sell the club, we'll get back Manchester United. We'll be the United that we once were. You know what I'm saying? But I think the Glazers have something over United where you have a club as prestigious as United, and yes, we have spent money over the years, but we're just asking for an ounce of care in terms of appointing the right people. Now we have INEOS, who they are in charge of the football operation at the club, and I'm not going to bash them too hard. However, where I will criticize INEOS on is I feel like they've set us back where Varane said something recently, which is quite interesting, that there was a connection lost with Erik ten Hag, and it was to his surprise that they kept Erik ten Hag at the club. And I feel like if a player is saying that, if Varane is saying that there was a disconnect with a lot of players, especially the more senior players, I mean, why are you keeping the manager? And then the appointment of Dan Ashworth to only fire the guy after 5 months. I mean, as fans, we look at that, like we're thinking, okay, what is INEOS doing? Because you're keeping a manager where there's a disconnect with the fans and the players as well. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said a couple years ago, not because they win a cup means that everything is fixed. That just glosses over the cracks and whatever the case is, right? And then you have Dan Ashworth, who there was a lot of skepticism surrounding Dan Ashworth when he was appointed, because the rumors were that he wanted to keep Erik ten Hag. He also wanted maybe someone like Gareth Southgate, because they have a close relationship. He brought him to England to manage England, in which he wasn't really successful because successful to an extent in terms of reaching to a final, but you need to win a trophy. You know what I'm saying? So those are some things where I criticize INEOS on, and the Eric Ten Hag thing did set us back. In terms of Ruben Amorim, though, I'm gonna be honest. I like the guy. He talks good. However, as a fan, right? You're a fan. All of us are fans. No matter how shit United is, we still go into game days wanting to win these games, right? And I've always called for a balance with Ruben Amorim where, bro, you cannot tell me that we're going to play Everton or Fulham or some of these teams and we cannot get one win. One win. A couple weeks ago, I heard you on the stream talking about road to 40 points. We need like 11 more points out of 13 games, right? 13 more games. We need at least 11 points to get to that 40-point mark. And I'm looking at the next 13 games that we have, and I'm saying, where is United even going to get a win? Because all these respective teams, they're playing better than us right now.
Maybe. That's probably it. I can look at Ipswich, maybe.
Ipswich, but I just saw Ipswich draw to was it the draw game recently? I believe it was, right?
Yeah, Villa away.
Yeah, so you know, and they've drawn with Villa on 2 occasions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at United and I'm saying it's really poor. And one thing that I will say is what strikes me with this current United team is that it lacks ability. When you look at past United teams under Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and LVG, they had some form of ability. So even though we were bad, we had ability to get something done. When you look at this team in terms of ability, Rasmus Højlund doesn't have ability. If you look at all the strikers in the Prem right now, no matter if they're at a lesser team, they have double digits in goals. You know what I'm saying? Delap at Ipswich has 10 or 11 goals, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rasmus Højlund doesn't have ability. Mason Mount isn't available. His ability is to be in the hospital room, right? Zerski, I think in the Tottenham game, he wasn't too bad. He was one of our best players, but you know, he's a hit and miss at times, right? But there isn't much. And then we have left ourselves short in the transfer window. We shipped out Marcus Rashford. We shipped out Jadon Sancho. We shipped out Anthony. Amad Diallo is injured right now. So the squad is kind of thin in terms of our attacking options. So there's nothing going forward in terms of what we can offer. So even though we're bad, there's no ability where we can pull a rabbit out of a hat compared to a couple years ago where when we had Pogba, Ronaldo and these guys, they had some form of ability. So even though on a bad day, somebody could do something exceptional that could get us those important 3 points. But I'm looking at 13 games now and I'm saying, where are we going to get a point? Eventually, we're going to get a win because other teams will have an off day, right? But it's really hard being a United fan. And again, I feel like until the Glazers sell the club, until that happens, then I think we'll always kind of remain in the same position to an extent. It will get better, but I'm not really. Us getting better only banks on Ruben Amorim or a good coach. It's not so much the board and some of these guys, you know. So that's my opinion. Big up
433 presser, man. You spoke well, man. Big up to you, bro. We'll get you on again, man. Big up to you. Got a couple of more callers. Marini, how are you, Marini?
Hey, good. How are you doing? How are you doing, Saeed?
Yeah, not too bad, man. How are you?
Good. Another day. So, I would like to bring up a couple of things, right? When we talk about Manchester United managers in general, we fans, we love to bring up extenuating circumstances. Yeah, but you know, the thing with extenuating circumstances, they serve to lower the standard.
Okay.
And we can apply it to any manager that have been here after Sir Alex Ferguson was gone. We can find that for everybody. You know, how about just talking about accountability? Because what accountability does is it helps us keep the bar to a certain level, and then we can keep fire managers until we find one that meet the standard. How about that? Because the last time I checked, the description, the job description of a manager, right, is to problem solve, right, and to get the best out of what they are given. That's literally the definition of being a manager. That's why experience is a key factor when people are hiring managers. Their experience, their references, you know, prove that they have dealt with problem before and they have dealt with adversity before. In the case of Amorim, why are we trying to lower the standard? You know, if you're a manager, right, to be you have to earn the right to be a dickhead. You have to earn the right to be petty. Because at the end of the day, the game of football is still convincing a group of players, a group of talented young men to go out there and lay their body on the line, sweat and bleed for you at the end of the day. And you have to earn the right to be petty. If you walk into that dressing room and you don't have any pedigree, and you literally proving to those guys that you're not fair by playing your favorites, by treating seasoned veterans, people who have won everything, like Casemiro, you're giving them 30 seconds in a game that's almost over, equating to humiliating them. How do you want that group of men to respect you? And if you don't earn their respect, how are you trying to convince them to put their body on the line for you? Because at the end of the day, that's what football is about. We have Ancelotti yesterday that's convincing Ballon d'Or bound players to press and stay in shape. Vini, Mbappe to press and stay in shape. But yet Amorim cannot convince Rashford to press. He cannot convince Bruno to keep the shape. He cannot convince Garnacho to his tactic. Come on. What are we talking about here?
So you kind of lost faith in Amorim?
No, I said it last week to Nuruddin. I've seen enough. I'm Amorim out. No, I've seen enough. Look, this is never. You see, me. Wow. I like to compartmentalize things. Okay, I'm not out there trying to count the money of Radcliffe and the Glazer. I don't know what they're doing there, but I know one thing for sure. A bad manager serve camouflage a bad board. If a team is playing below its level, we can't even say that the team is shit. Because once we say the team is shit, we start looking at the board. But the team is playing at below its level, that's serving to camouflage the job of the board. A good manager expose a bad board. Because if we're playing above our level and we still not where we want to be, then we can start looking at the board and say, yo, these players are not good enough. They're playing above their level. This is as far as they can play. So give us good players. But what Amorim is doing right now is disguising the inefficiency of the board. For me, that's why he have to go.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Marini,
so, like I said, you have to earn the right to be petty.
Yeah.
You have to. He haven't earned that.
We'll find
he
out.
haven't earned that. And I don't understand certain faction of our fans, because you have people there making excuses for the manager, saying, "Oh, when you ask them why are you supporting Amorim despite the result and the performance that are bad, they will tell you something like, "Oh, you know, we need to give him time because he doesn't have his players." But yet, the same fans are saying that we shouldn't be buying players for the manager; we should be buying it for the club. And then they are there again saying, "Oh, you know what? This is what he should be doing. This is the way he should be applying the 3-4-3." But when you ask them, why is he not applying it? They will tell you, "We don't know, but we back him blindly." This is delusion to a certain level. I don't know how real life works for certain people, man. Like, seriously.
Okay. We'll see Everton, man. We'll see what happens to Everton. I love, man, Marini. Always love.
Peace.
Big up, man. Let's bring on Ramis. Ramis, what you saying, bro?
Yeah, good one. How about you? You right?
Yeah, good, man. How are you?
Well, but United, not really. I'm just sick of it, man. 15th. I don't know, man. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. We're just club, to be honest. I don't know, man. Do you think you got too hyped with Amorim? Do you think the overall pressure's getting to him?
No, I just think for me it's a difficult job, man. It's a difficult job, and
yeah, but you think that we're 15th, bro, man?
Right now, but
sorry, man. Sorry, we're 15th. I don't know, you're my guy, but come on, man.
No, I agree. I agree.
You got to be under pressure, man. You got, man. What's the people in the stadium? Are they getting frustrated, or what? What are they saying?
Everyone's frustrated, man. Everyone's frustrated, bro.
I don't know, man. It just feels like, I don't know, man. It just feels like people are accepting failure from the outside. I'm not being too harsh. Tell me if I'm being too harsh on the manager.
No, I don't think you're being too harsh, but at the same time, it's like, yo, what can you do? You know what I mean? We are where we are.
What can we do? Oh, well, get relegated. Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It
Yeah,
feels like
yeah.
we're
No,
sinking.
it's not feels like, bro. We're gonna get relegated. I think for me, it's like, you know, results have to improve, but at the same time, the biggest problem isn't the manager. I think there's so many bigger
Come on,
issues.
you're sorry though, man. You keep saying that though, but it is the manager though. The book starts with the manager.
I mean, but the thing is, though, it's always the manager, though, isn't it? That's what we're always having discussions. Ten Hag, Mourinho. It's like, is that what we're always going to think about? Like the manager. We're going to look beyond manager. And we're going to look beyond that. You know what I mean? Like we keep you go and get another manager. You'll be in the here in about 3-4 months' time, saying the same things. Oh, he's not good enough. He's not.
Yeah,
good
but then we
enough.
get another manager then.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's the whole point of being.
But then when does the cycle stop? It's like that's what you're going to keep doing. Just sack your managers.
Oh yeah, until the right one comes.
I don't know, man. It's one of them.
I don't know, man.
It's not.
I feel like
I get the concept. I get it, but I think ultimately, you know what I mean, it just shows you that, you know, there won't be ever a time where the fan base will be happy with anything. It'll be a constant moaning. You know what?
So I feel like, to be honest, I feel like you back this manager to the hill that you don't want it to fail.
No. I don't want anybody to fail, but ultimately, I haven't seen enough for me to give him like any hope. You know, I have not seen anything to kind of be like, you know what, right, this is it now. Like I've lost all complete faith. Like I'm not at that stage. You know what I mean?
Bro, man.
But I get what you mean. I think if you really lost hope, that's on you. It's on you, man.
Yeah, but I just feel like we're 15th though. How can we not have any hope? We're 15th. I don't get this mentality.
I agree.
But anyway, though, but I know you got things doing it, so I'm gonna let you go in it.
Man, we'll catch up again, man. We'll catch up again. Love, man, love. Big up to Koven, the UK. Can't hear you, bro.
You hear me now?
Say that again.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What are you saying?
Hey man, just wanna, touch on the manager and the club, state of the club. On the manager, he's making mistakes, right? And he has to fix up. But you have to give the manager time at the end of the day, because it takes time to build a good team, especially when they don't have the tools, and the tools are your players, and we know that these players are not good enough. So you have to give him time, give him new players, right? So that's one. But he's making mistakes. Playing Dorgu at right wing back when he's a left wing back, Kobe in the 9. I mean, he could play Casemiro more, but at the same time, you realize that the club is trying to get all the high earners, because they're trying to bring down the wage bill. Because when you look at the balance sheet and the accounts, you are bringing in record revenues, but at the same time, you're making a loss, which means that your expenses are too high. So that's why they're trying to bring down the wage bill. That's why people like Rashford, people like Anthony, people like Casemiro, they're trying to get them out, right? Because they earn a lot of money. So I think that's part of the reason. I don't think it's Amarin's decision alone. He says it's his decision alone to get rid of Anthony and Rashford, but the club are getting rid of them as well. I'm pretty sure there's another manager, Rashford will be gone as well. I'm pretty sure, right? So they're trying to get down the expenses so that they can have the club be a bit more sustainable, because under the current rules, they can't buy players as they would want to, because the books are just not in a good place. So that's also another thing. That's also why they're having to fire people, right? Getting down the expenses and all of that. It's not good, because of course you don't want to see anybody lose their jobs, but it's because of what the Glazers have done to the club. Running it into the ground. Why a big club like United, who generates so much money, is crippled by finances just because of what they've done to the club. And it's unfortunate, but Sir Jim and the Glazers, I think that's what they'll have to do in the short term, so that maybe in the long term the club can be afloat and be okay financially. But boy, in the next couple of games, I don't know where the next win comes from. I don't think we will get relegated, but it is a possibility. And if we get relegated,
5% chance of is
5. I think the manager would have to go because no matter what, they just can't get relegated. But I don't think we will. So he'll have another season to have a transfer window and bring in some better players, get rid of some of the higher earners, and work from there. But it's tough. It's been tough. It's a hard job. You can see it on his face. He's frustrated, and we're frustrated. We watch the game because we love the club, but there's no enjoyment from it. But yeah, it rough.
Yeah.
But boy, you guys are good because you go to the game. So it was, when I watch a game on TV, I can hear the silence. Like there's nothing from the crowd, and it rubs off on the players, and you can see that they're nervous. I'm nervous, because nobody wants to make a mistake and all of that. So boy,
big up, man. Respect, man. From Jamaica, yeah.
Big up, big up, Saeed. So I watch the shows all the time. So man, keep doing what to do.
Nah, big up, man. Respect, man. Big up to Kelvin. Big up to him, man. And listen, that was the last call of the night, people, man. What a good call-in show we've had today. Over 2 hours again. Big up to everyone who was locked in right now. Big up to you lot, man. Omzi, you haven't got your camera on, mate, so we can't bring you on, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there you go. Omzi's there. He's finally here. What you say, bro? You're the last call of the night. Go for it. Can't hear you, bro. Can't hear you. I can't hear you, bro. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Go on. What you saying?
Mate. Yeah, I was saying firstly, man, how are you? How you doing? I was saying,
yeah, not too bad, man. Can't complain. Can't complain, man.
Come on. I see you, Saeed. I've been following your Insta. I've been seeing the pictures, man. You're looking good, man.
I appreciate it, man. Love, man.
Yourself.
Love,
yeah, man. Oh, mate, you're not. Where do you even start with this team, man?
Bro, I don't know, man. Talk to me. Where do you think we should start, man?
For me, I'm not even trying to talk about the Glazers and everything, because at the end of the day, yeah, when you look at it, it's what's happening on the pitch that really matters, isn't it? Obviously, what happens off it affects what goes on the pitch, really. But when it comes to Amorim and people that the way they're jumping onto him so quickly, listen, like people need to understand things. It's about balancing. It's about having a balance. It's not like maybe some people are not seeing it, but it's not like. But personally, for me, I can see the manager's mistakes in it. I can see his errors. I can see where he's going wrong, and I can see where he's going right. So when it comes to like player profiling, yeah, everyone's on your channel has been saying it. It's been taking him too long to identify certain players and to understand where to play them. It shouldn't really be taking him that long, really and truly. But for me, where I'm giving him leeway is the guy has just come in and they've told him now or never. And also in the January, they haven't given him the players that actually he needs to play in the team in terms of the profiles that he needs. But there's players still in the team that he could be utilizing in a way that will make us better, and he's not doing it. For me, this is my biggest problem with him. But at the same time, I feel like because he's just come in and it's only been like just a few months, not too long, I'm just giving him that bit of a leeway because, it's tough. It's tough, like especially at United. This is what my problem is. It's like every manager that comes here loses their mind somehow.
I know. It's a club, man.
It's actually so crazy. It's like every manager that comes here, everything that they've been doing right from the clubs before, they come here and they just lose their mind. It just doesn't work for them anymore. I just don't understand. It's really baffling, man. I don't know. I'm beginning to think that we've been cursed, man. That it might be that, but it's football at the end of the day. So I'm hoping that next season they're gonna back him fully, which I feel like they will do. They will back him and give him the players that he needs. And once that he gets those players, he has to perform from the get-go. There's gonna be no other there's gonna be no excuse, because right now, like the mistakes that he's doing are avoidable. Like for me, he should have kept Anthony. Rashford should go, no doubt. But he should have kept Anthony. He should have kept Malacia, because when you look at it, those two, they improve the team, even if it's a little bit. That's what I'm saying. It's the little bits that makes the difference in it. Because when you keep playing Delo and he keeps making those mistakes and he's not attacking enough and we keep conceding goals, it's not really helping us. But when you play like a Malacia, who's actually gonna maybe attack a bit more, is a bit more competent on the ball, and you play like a Anthony, who's actually also a little bit more competent on the ball and can attack, you give us that little bit of difference and a little bit edge to go forward.
But
he's not doing it. He's holding the team back. So this is my issue with him, because I'm thinking like, you don't need 2 years to be able to recognize those things.
Yeah.
Hell, you don't even need 5 months. Like you just need to see. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what he's seeing. This is my problem. So that's why I'm just giving him that little bit of leeway, even though I hear everything but it's just the balance. People need to have balance. Like people are going a little bit too much, man.
People are not having that balance. That's the problem.
They're not having the balance. You have to have the balance. You have to understand that the managers just come in. Regardless, yeah, I hear the mistakes that he's making, and I know the grievances that people have with him, and I have the same ones as well. But give him that little bit of leeway. Next season, once they back him and he gets the players, I don't want to hear nothing. He has to make sure that it works. Because if it doesn't work, we're going to be onto him. Because as much as the board might not be good, as much as they're not backing him the way they're supposed to, as much as they're not doing the things they're supposed to do to help the manager, when you have the players and everybody can see certain players work in certain ways, but you're not doing it, that's the manager. That's the manager. Regardless, forget about the board. It's the manager. The manager is the one that actually sets the team the way it should progress and play better. But anyway, let me not go too long. So hopefully you.
I love, man. Big up, obviously, man. That was you were the final caller, man, of the night, man. So big up, to you, man.
Big up, man. Big up yourself, Saeed, man.
Love, man. Big up to you. Big up to my guy, Obzi, in the building, man. Listen, people, we're gonna wrap up here, man. Love for everyone who's called in today. We'll be back tomorrow, man. Got a video with Troops on tomorrow. Make sure you check out for that one. I'll be live with Faz tomorrow as well in the evening. And yeah, man, big up to everyone, man. Good calling show. Let us know who was your best calling of the night below. And yeah, man, this has been another fan call-in show, man. Take care, guys. Have a good night. Take care.